Welcome to the Friday edition of the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. I am Peter Edmiston, alongside CJ Hurt. As promised, as demanded by the people, they said, we want more. We want more, and we're going to give it to you. We are right there. Austin Eldridge producing the program. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Today, Friday, we are doing Techno Friday on the show.
Yeah.
/ EDM / some sort of electronic type music situation. That's what you're going to hear today on the program. So get those requests in at 67129. Your favorite classics that everyone loves to request.
Yes.
Classics like
they all sound the same.
The one that sounds like that one.
Or the
we got there. I do have a request. I'm going to find one.
Turn down for what? Does that count?
No,
absolutely not.
Why not?
No,
because it's not. It's not part of the genre of music that we're talking about.
That is part of the hip hop genre.
I don't think so.
Turned out for what is part of the overplayed genre.
It is. It is certainly overplayed.
What I call played out genre. The genre of let's never hear that again.
What you got against Lil Jon? And maybe the East Side Boys.
I have nothing against Lil Jon.
Okay.
I don't care for the East Side Boys.
Okay.
That's a different discussion. And then I also I think what happened honestly is that Tennessee playing third down for what really ruined it for everybody.
Oh,
it was just.
Oh, we're back
constant.
I forgot how cheesy these PWI bands can get.
Yeah, it wasn't the band. It was they played.
They just played it.
They played the actual song. Yeah,
because Alabama plays down for my N-words on third down. That is the one that they play. Just like what are we saying in the crowd? Because it's. Wow. Beat them other players because I'm down for my players. And again, we had this conversation yesterday. Mm-hmm. Anything that ends in the ER and the A, I know what you're saying. Yeah. So what are we saying? Tuscaloosa?
Yeah. I think it's more like Tuscaloosa. If you know what I'm saying. There's a lot more of that than if you know what I mean.
I've never heard a word ending A switch to the ER. But if it was going to happen, it would happen in a place like Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of you have. Unfortunately, there's too much of that going on, sadly. In any event, we will get we can solve all of our genre-based questions as we go with regard to what is or is not. There's always, I'm sure your dad will send in something that's not at all techno-related.
Probably. That's his MO now.
That's what he does.
Yeah, we need to block him.
So, but you can get your requests in, and we'll have to vet them, obviously. But we'll take a look. 67129 on the First Bank text line. You can also call us throughout the program on 360-8255. That's the First Bank phone line. We will talk to Adam Kramer.
Yeah,
for the second time this week at 8:00. Adam Kramer, obviously the senior college football writer for Bleacher Report, but also the project manager at Golden Tee, we learned this week. Who knew? And analyst on the Golden Tee World Championships, which was earlier this week. So, I mean, guys, he's a jack of all trades.
When you're great at everything, if you're great at something, your chances are you're great at multiple things. Like if you're great at one thing, you're great at something else.
I mean, I don't know if that's true.
Think about all the greats.
I'm not sure I would agree with that. But
Eddie Murphy, great comedian, great actor, great singer.
I'd lump those all as just great entertainer,
Those are different branches of entertainment.
That's true, but in the scheme of life, I would say
Shaquille O'Neal, great basketball player, great rapper. Come on. Master D, great rapper. NBA caliber player. Like 15th, 16th,
like
18th man on the roster.
G League 12th man, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he could definitely be the 12th man on the hustle.
That's great.
Stop
and think about it.
Percy Miller.
What's Percy great at?
Isn't that Master P? His name's Percy.
Oh, yes. That is what the P is.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm like, pretty sure that's Master P.
I just call him P.
Yeah. I don't want to knock our friends out here named Percy, but if your name is Percy, you probably just go by P.
Poissy.
Poissy?
Poissy. Poissy.
What are you going for there?
Poissy.
I feel like I'm in one of those language learning videos.
R changes for some people for some reason.
Uh-huh.
It's not R. It doesn't go It goes Yeah, something like that. Aura. Or the R changes the vowel sound.
Well, the ER
in front
changes
of
at the end sometimes.
Sometimes.
And sometimes
but
in the middle.
Usher becomes
No.
Ursh.
No, Ursher, yeah.
Ursh.
Yeah, and sometimes people throw in an R, like pencil instead of pencil.
Yep,
I've heard that one.
That happens.
Somebody throws that in,
Mhm.
and then what you're talking about is like a almost like a old 40s or 50s thing that people used to do.
See,
For older
Poissy.
Poissy. It's the old generation. Yeah, they used to, yeah, like Moida. That's Moida. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
We the language is very strange. There's a real connection between like Shakespearean English and like Southern accents. Like they have they have a lot of combination. Yonder and reckon and things like that. Those are words that have a long history, not just people hear them now and think one thing, but no, they have a long, rich history, richer than many other words. So quit hating on people with Southern accents.
Who hates on people with Southern accents?
Wow, lots of people do.
I think they're delightful.
I mean, nationally, so many people do. Around here, I mean, we all have some level of accent, so
Yes.
that's part of the deal. But if you go somewhere else, you might get hated on, and that's wrong.
I didn't think I had
People
a
love
Southern.
it when I go up north. I get
They might just love you, Austin, because you're cute
people.
as a butt.
People
Yeah,
ask
you
me
are.
to say y'all everywhere I go.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Kicked it up in Michigan for a couple of basketball camps. The nickname they gave me, Big Country. They said I sounded country. It's like I don't think I do. I don't think and also I'm not that big. Like we're the same size. Like nah, you get rebounds and you're a little bit taller than me. You're big and you're country. Deal with it. It's like okay, fine.
I mean, it sounds like it was a kind. I don't think it was kindness. It wasn't like they were being mean to you. I don't think.
They couldn't be mean to me because again, I was an inch bigger than them. I had them hands also.
An inch.
An inch.
An inch.
Yes.
Inch.
I'm saying it's a whole inch.
Come on.
I don't mess with anybody who's an inch taller than me. I don't. I do not try and mess with people in my weight class.
I'd mess with anybody.
I don't.
I got no problem.
Nope. You're too big
No
for me
fear.
to mess with.
That's true.
Nope. Austin.
But I'll mess
nope.
with you. No problem.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
That's fine.
We
I'm not undefeated for nothing.
We may have a boxing match at some point.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm not doing that.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Were you scared?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're not going to goat me into this.
All right.
You chicken? Yes. Yes. I'm Kentucky Fried. Yes. I'm not doing that. People get hurt doing that stuff.
Not if you do it right.
What do you mean?
Not if you don't get hit.
Yeah. No. I'm going to get hit. So no.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Then yeah.
You tie both your arms behind your back and we can box.
With what? My feet?
No. You can't use your feet in a boxing match, Peter.
Well, I can't use my arms.
Exactly.
Head? What am I supposed to do? Headbutt you?
No. Don't do that. I'll bite your
one
ear.
arm. One arm. I'll give you one arm.
One arm?
One arm.
Left arm.
That's fine.
Nah, you too confident in the left arm. I'm not dealing with that either. No. Nope.
Either way.
I'm out.
I'm an aluminum gloves champion, CJ.
You're a what?
An aluminum gloves champion.
See, that's too much champion for me to handle.
Not quite gold or silver, bronze, but aluminum. That's fairly good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a medal.
It is a medal.
It is a
Certainly.
medal.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Aluminum gloves champion right here, buddy. Come on.
No.
You don't want any part of this.
No.
It's just for the people. We spar. We just spar. We won't even
Spar.
just spar.
Hell no.
We just roll.
Huh?
We're rolling.
No, I did that. Nah, I'm not trying to roll around with you. Roll around with you? That's something else entirely.
Nah.
No, I'm not going to be able to hit that shrimp technique on you and get out.
Come on, man.
You get on top of me. I'm not going to be able to
Couple little
spin out. You're going to put me in an arm bar.
arm bar,
I'm not
triangle.
going to be able to get out of that. I've tried. I took jiu-jitsu for a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
I need to get back to doing it.
what level were you? A plaid belt? What are you? What were you?
Clear?
Clear belt.
Clear belt,
Uh-huh.
saran wrap belt.
That an extension cord belt. Is that what you got?
No, I wasn't quite to extension cord.
Ooh,
yet.
that is tough. You got to test for that one. That's not easy to do. How about preseason football?
Yeah.
Are you ready for some preseason football? We're going to talk about it in a second. Today should be
we are?
nice. Yeah, we are. Break it down like nobody's business.
Let's do it.
It's about to be.
Get my music ready.
It's about to be.
Because I'm ready to break it down.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, before we get to that, I'll tell you. Today, expect a little bit of rain potentially. It's humid out there. Kind of overcast. Kind of as you make your way to work. That's a technical term. Yeah. But that's
scientific.
That's kind of what it looks like. It's kind of out there, little, but it should be. At least it should be very hot, and humid. So there is that for you to check out. We will, as I mentioned, talk to Adam Kramer today. We're going to talk basketball. We're talking a little football. We got a ton to get to on the program today. Plenty of ways to get in touch with us. Please do, and also message us at Sports56WHBQ on Periscope, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Do all of those, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little bit of one, and then try the other one. Find your platform. What's your favorite platform?
Mine is Twitter because it's my safe space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Twitter's it for me. I love it. I go do silly things on Twitter, and it's fun.
I like it. I like that. I'm a Twitter person as well. Austin, what's your platform of choice?
It would have to be Twitter.
See, Twitter's everybody's safe space.
It's
definitely not a safe space.
It's definitely not a safe space for anybody else but you.
Okay.
But it is.
Nobody's ever mean to me on Twitter. Everybody's always
You haven't
nice.
tweeted the right thing then.
Yeah, you don't engage really. You just kind of
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's no problem. I mean, everyone uses it differently. But if you engage, or if you have to, swoop down and you make a comment here and there, then it's you can't come through there without catching a little fire. Just not gonna happen. Just telling you. So like today, like this week, I innocuously had a piece about Josh Jackson and the Grizzlies, and found some interesting stuff about Josh Jackson, and we talked about it on the show. But little did I know that Suns fans are really mad about Josh Jackson. I mean, really mad. And
they mad they traded him or just mad at him?
There's two schools of thought apparently in the Suns, which I had no idea. And I'm not involved in Suns culture, but apparently there is a group of fans that is just flat out angry with Josh Jackson, period, for being a bust and for not being able to perform and putting himself in a position to be traded. And then there's another group of fans that is mad that they traded him and felt like he was held back because of no point guard and bad mismanagement and blah, blah, blah. And so I got right smack dab in the middle of all of that.
Oh.
Because people, as they like to do, and here's one thing that I don't know, are you immune to this or what? But happens to me all the time. They mischaracterize your tweet.
Mm.
Or they take something out of context. And this is one that is extremely annoying as someone who writes. As a writer myself, it is very frustrating because if I tweet out my article to my feed, my goal is for you to read the article.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I tweet it out, and typically you kind of throw like a little something in there that's appealing. Like hopefully you get people to click on the thing, but I don't like just clickbait. But I would like to make it at least something that you might be. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Let me check.
Grab a little interesting snippet from the article.
There's a difference in clickbait and writing a headline that makes people want to read the article.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't write headlines for the article, but I do write my own like little tweet to send people to do it. And but then here's the thing. So then people like quote that and then scoff at whatever, and they don't actually read the piece. Or they respond in my mentions with questions or comments that were addressed in the piece, which I'm like, just read it. Did you read it? And then we can talk about it if you read it, and then you have an issue with what. But when it's on radio, I understand. Like, people can listen to this show. They listen to maybe certain snippets of the show. Some folks listen to the whole thing. Some folks only listen to the part that they're in the car for, or they're able to at work or whatever. I mean, I encourage you to listen, 24/7. Obviously, I encourage you to get the app and to listen all the time. But I realize that you may not be able to do that, so you might miss something that's understandable. If it's a printed thing, and you're responding in the thing that I just linked you to,
Yes.
then
Read it.
read the thing.
Yes.
Or, I know it's a subscription thing. Just take a free trial, whatever. Give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Drives me crazy. I can't. Stuff that's like literally addressed. There's a sentence that addresses it. Just read the thing. That's all.
Read, people.
It's not. I mean,
Read.
don't make me or don't ask me to relitigate an argument that is being I'm discussing in the thing. I spent all this time working on it. I didn't do that just for fun. If I just wanted to tweet out some random comment, I could do that, and we could have a little argument. I didn't spend all that time, looking stuff up and writing and doing all that just for you to not read it. Just read it. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? That's why Twitter's not a safe space.
Well, somebody who does not write at all, or somebody who has no real thoughts or no real substance to anything
real thoughts.
he sends out there into Twitter is great as a safe space for me.
See, that's what I'm saying. You use it. You use it totally differently.
Yes.
All you do is basically you find an article and you tweet it out, and you're like, "This is crazy." Or,
that is pretty much it.
Hey, what? And then
CJ is like CJ is the actual person behind those websites on Twitter. Like, what a crazy story! He's just the person instead of the bot.
That is all I do.
That's it. That's all he does. He's like,
Luke Skywalker.
Like, what? People are.
You won't believe number 32.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That celebrity got in trouble again?
Number 12 will surprise you.
The guy's a walking clickbait article.
That's all I am. It's great.
So yeah, for that,
You
for
should
that
do
reason,
it the way I do it.
For that reason, it's a safe. There's your safe space right there. Good Lord.
What?
I preferred. I just do it differently. That's all.
Now I want to know what my last couple tweets were.
I can tell you, Luke Skywalker was definitely one of them.
Luke Skywalker was one.
I just gave them to you right there. There's no other substance to them as far as I can tell.
No, Peter, but you work with me. There's no substance to me.
That's not true. That's not true at all. You've got a tremendous amount of substance. You just choose not to share it over Twitter, which is fine. That's your business. Listen. I don't care. I don't care how you use it. I don't care. I'm saying it's a safe space for you because you dip your toe in the water just very gently and then you run away. So yeah, you don't get wet.
CJ, your last tweet was wondering if Adam Gates went to sleep last night.
Yeah.
Oh, because my man was on the sideline smelling salt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing the little sauce, smelling that.
Yeah.
To wake up.
Yeah, he's a maniac. No, that's what I'm saying. You're like a guy that I don't know what you guys are talking about getting wet when you go swimming.
You know why that is really funny?
I just dip my foot in, and I never have to use the towel. I don't know why y'all bring a towel to the pool.
You know what's really funny about that statement?
What?
At pool parties, black people don't get in the pool.
I mean, again, I'm not gonna get into all of the pool stereotypes about white people and black people because I think that's frankly, number one, CJ, harmful. Sorry, I couldn't say that. I will say this. I think there is some kind of a weird thing with white people and black people, and the pools seem to be a bit of a flashpoint for some folks. I don't know what the deal is there.
Oh,
seem to be
we get aggressive at pools.
There seems to be some flashpoint. The other thing I would say is that stereotype, which I've never. I don't know, but all the black folks I've seen at the pool seem to be able to swim okay. We just got to teach all our kids to swim.
Yes.
That's vital. That's all I'm saying. Black, white, Asian, Indian, Hispanic, up and down. Everybody. Just let's teach our kids to swim. Because that's a huge thing.
And it's fun.
It's fun,
being in the pool is so much fun.
It's fun, but on top of that, that's a lifesaver there. That's a life skill. You need that one. Whether you want to get in the pool or not, sometimes you end up in the water by accident or whatever, and being able to swim, that's huge. So, public service announcement. Teach your kids, no matter what race they are, to swim.
Please.
No.
Scrolling through my Twitter feed.
Now, as to whether, black folks like the pool more than white people, I don't care. I don't know.
If you can swim, you love the pool.
If you swim, to me, I don't know how you don't love the pool, but that's neither here nor there. I'm white. Who knows? Maybe that's just because I'm white.
you're just predisposed to liking
pools. Maybe that's
not because they're fun or anything.
No.
You just genetically. You just
genetics. I can't. What can I do? I can't fight the genetics, man.
Sort of like me and fried chicken. Like, it's not just delicious. I'm predisposed to liking it. Not because it's good or anything. It's just
that's
like
genetics.
Predisposed genetics.
Obviously, yeah. You can't fight that.
No.
Boy, it's delicious. Texter says, you're right, CJ. Even professional fighters stay in a weight class. So why shouldn't us amateur fighters stay in a weight class also? I don't mess with anyone who's taller than me or weighs more than me. Undefeated over here.
That's what I'm talking about, Texter.
That's why I only fight children. I'm undefeated also. Anybody who's over the age of 10.
No.
And over the height of 4 feet, I'm not messing with.
If I can't hurl you with one arm, nah, son.
Another fun thing about pools, you can just throw children.
Oh, my gosh, it's so much fun to just throw
children. Left
and they like it.
They love it.
They come back. You
for
throw
more.
them, and they come right back. Throw me again.
Yeah. You're not in a pool and you throw your child, you got a problem. You're in a pool and you throw your child, hey,
it's a good time.
Having fun. Having a great time.
Let's do it.
Score another one for pools.
Yes. Check and checkmate.
That's right. But you got to get in the water, CJ.
I get in the water.
Not in Twitter. On Twitter, you don't.
The kid. Oh, no. God, no. No. Looking at my last few tweets, something about Fago, something about dudes and dudettes with the last name Green being able to fly for free on the 13th, something about the Addams Family, and something about 8701, Usher's hit album.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why it's your safe space.
That is. And I keep it that way. Yes. Thank you, everybody on Twitter, for making it a safe space.
Follow CJ at Conradicalness for more of that magic.
Is that what we're calling it?
That's what we're calling right there.
Come kick it with me in my safe space, folks.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and get into preseason football.
Woo!
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It happened, and we're going to talk about it. There were winners and losers, but really most of them were all, losers. Because it's preseason. It's hard to win a preseason game. You can really only lose it. And some did. We'll talk about that when we continue here on the program. Peter and CJ with you on a Friday. The Experience, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Memphis Public Golf, it's all about growing the game. Better play every day, that's their motto. They live up to it. And when I say growing the game, I mean teaching the game and the lessons that you get. And they do it almost every day. All golfers 17 and under, free green fees. That's how committed they are. And we're talking about 5 18-hole golf courses and 3 that have 9 holes apiece. I mentioned there's free golf for those that are 17 and under. That's Monday through Friday, after 12 on weekends and holidays too. And that's on every course except for Galloway. Even at Galloway, there's family golf, and that is Saturday afternoons after 12 o'clock. That's adults $25 for 18 holes with a cart. Junior 17 and under, my favorite word, that would be free. And then there's clinics they want to teach you every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 4:30 to 6:30 at Whitehaven, and then at the links at Pine Hills every Thursday, 4:30 to 6:30. All these great golf courses, all these free lessons, and free golf for those under 17. That's why Memphis Public Links is better play every day.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we've bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
If you've always thought, hey, I'd look pretty good in a Lexus, well, guess what? Lexus thinks so, too. Lexus is offering you the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Great offers on all 2019 models and special lease options. Drive in luxury and confidence, knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by Lexus of Memphis, 2600 Ridgeway, and put yourself in the driver's seat of an all-new 2019 flagship LS500. Hey, you look pretty good there. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Memphis. Experience amazing.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate. But you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume. Like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurts. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Turn off your monitor, CJ. We got a strobe light.
Yeah.
For those of you watching on the video, Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, in honor of Techno Friday, we got the strobe working. CJ's being illuminated right now by that strobe.
Go! Oh, wait.
What?
There it is.
Oh, the drop took a little extra time.
Let's just not do a show. Let's just have Eli bring in some glow sticks, and let's just get it in here.
Give me my first chance to be an actual DJ here.
Friday at like 7:30 in the morning is not the most ideal time to rave, but we're working on it. We're trying. We're making it happen. Techno Friday. That was fun. I can't wait for the next break. I got my request in. One of my all-time favorite techno song.
Really?
Yes.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yes.
Is I'm Blue a techno song?
Dude.
I'm blue.
That's not if you know the song, it's not techno. Any
That's
song
got
that
to
you
be techno.
No, it's not. It's like a weird alternative deal. If you know the song, it's not techno. You don't know any techno songs.
Well, why are you trying to put me in a box? I know techno songs.
No, you don't.
I don't.
You have no. I'm not putting you in a box. I know you, and I know what you. This is not about a box. This is about you. I know you, and I know what you listen to and what you don't listen to,
Mm-hmm.
and what you don't listen to is techno. You've never once intentionally listened to a techno song. You may have unintentionally run across them, but you've never once sought one out.
No, you are correct in that statement. But I'm pretty sure Eiffel 65 is a techno group.
That song, but that's fine. They might have other techno stuff. I don't know. But I'm saying that song is just, that was an alternative song. Just, it's not. And it's a terrible song anyway.
Oh. I will
Topic,
not have you besmirching
top
the
of
good
everything
name
else.
of Eiffel 65.
I didn't-
I'm Blue is a great song.
No. Okay. Techno Friday. We're all just reeling from what a special night of preseason football we saw. 11 games. 22 games.
I don't know.
Or
I
22
almost didn't make it into
teams.
work this morning. I was so emotional.
I know. 22 teams getting after it.
Man.
You had some players playing. And you had some coaches coaching.
Yes.
And you had announcers announcing.
Mm-hmm.
4 quarters.
Man.
60 minutes. It was all there.
Yes.
Uniform people, man. They set those uniforms out and people put them on, and some of them looked a little different, and some of them looked the same.
Did you happen to see the uniform gaff by the Patriots?
Yeah, the Memphis legend, Steven Gostowski. They misspelled his name, even though he's been there for 35 years and has won them several Super Bowls, and they still.
He is a kicker, and they forgot the K of all things.
It's well, I mean, the only thing I would say is that's a weird name, but
it is a strange name. But he's been with the team for forever.
It's been, I mean, you should know it by now. The K is silent.
Hey, what's that guy's name that's been on the team for 15 years.
I mean, we're sewing these things individually, and like I don't. Are we sewing them on there individually, or what are we doing?
I mean, for the kicker, they might just be ironing it on or something.
Ain't no telling what's going on with the kicker's uniform. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Anybody watch preseason last night? How about that Mayfield guy? An appalling 5 of 6 with a touchdown. Good morning to all in the studio, except CJ. I don't like him. He is CJS.
Texter, how tall are you?
Well played, Texter.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh? That is what I want to know right now.
You getting ready to
1 inch more, 1 pound more.
You getting ready to go?
Just in case.
CJ's pretty tall and pretty heavy, so you might.
CJ's heavy.
I'm not saying that doesn't mean I'm not saying you're fat. I'm saying you're heavy. You're dense like me. You're densely created. I'm heavy. I'm not fat. I'm heavy.
Heavy P, baby.
Heavy P.
Heavy plum diddly P.
I can't. My body is constructed in such a way that I cannot get light. I mean, there's no diet. I worked out. I had a strenuous, unbelievable workout planned for a year, like 90 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
And my lowest I ever got was like 220. And I was like lean. Like that's as good as I can get. That's all I got. I can't get below 200.
I got to 215. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, nah.
We're constructed the same way.
I can't go no more.
Density. Like I walk around, like 245, 250 walk around weight if I'm in good shape.
Okay.
That's my walk around.
Nice. Yeah, that's too
Not
big for
now.
me.
Now I'm a little heavier than that probably. But
yeah, no, that's
but I'm saying, that would be, but I can't get low. Unlike little John, I can't get low. So there's a lot of people that look like, I weigh more than them. You may not even. I don't know. Bodies are weird. Anyway, point being, you got that density, so you don't. I wouldn't throw that weight in there because there's not. You're going to sneak up on some people.
Dadgummit. Well, never mind, Texter.
I don't think you want any part of this Texter.
No, I don't.
This Texter seems like they're pretty tough.
This Texter is
the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks did great,
except for the ones that didn't.
Yeah. So Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
He was.
He's playing the Redskins, so let's grade him on a curve here. But still, very solid. One series, look good. Sorry, CJ. Guy looks good.
Listen, yes, I don't like the fact that he looked good, but there's no reason to apologize to me for it because my dislike of him is illogical.
It's going to be like this all year.
That's fine, but I want everybody to know I'm acknowledging the illogical nature of my dislike of Baker Mayfield. It doesn't make sense to me either, people.
Now, most people at this stage, once they've acknowledged the lack of logic in opinion, would then revise that opinion.
Peter, am I most people?
No, that's true.
Exactly.
Most people would take it to that next step.
What is my name? Is my name most people? No, it's CJ Hurt, damn it.
Okay.
So you guys going to let me hate on Baker. Those passes didn't look that great to me.
They were some of the best
I don't care how
preseason passes I've ever seen.
I don't care how accurate the passes were. I don't care how much velocity was on there. I don't care how comfortable.
Velocitatiousness was.
I don't care how comfortable he looked slinging them hash browns. I'm not impressed.
Were you impressed with Daniel Jones?
Who?
Daniel Jones. 5 of 5 for the 6th overall pick. 67 yards, 1 touchdown in his one series. He has yet to throw an incompletion in the NFL. The guy was absolutely flawless. Put a beautiful bullet right at Benny Fowler's chest.
Who?
Hit Benny Fowler.
These are future Hall of Famers, CJ. You need to learn these guys' names.
That's right. The guy,
I only know my man Jones's name because they took him entirely too soon.
The guy is just spectacular. There's a little weather delay that
a little one.
He probably would have
huge one.
Probably would have. A little weather delay. Our man Adam Gase had to get going a little bit. And he needed.
Was that Gase shot before or after the delay?
It was after the delay.
It was afterwards.
I thought it was after the delay.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know.
I have no clue.
But Jones, it's been pretty in the limited action that we've seen from him. He looks pretty good. Looks like he's shutting all you haters up. Is he going to have a better career coming out of Duke than Zion?
Ooh, it's hard to say. It's hard.
First round pick. better career in New York? R.J. Barrett or Daniel Jones? Come on.
Okay.
I'm slinging these hash browns this morning. Let's go.
He's a hash brown slinger also. I'm going to go with Daniel Jones. I'm going to go with Daniel Jones better than both of them.
Oh, better than both of them.
Better than both of them.
Okay.
Zion has
Wish
to
we
keep
had that wheel.
Zion has to keep going to.
We're gonna break it out. We're gonna break it out
That
yet.
wheel out earlier.
Zion has to keep going to Canada to replenish his strength. He only goes once a season, though, Peter.
Yeah, but once he gets there, though, that's all he needed last
That's all
year.
he needed.
He only needed that one trip.
NBA season is longer.
Yeah, but it was in August when he went last year. Now it's gonna be October. Like he's ready. He's gonna have enough time. He's Xanos. They call him. No one has ever called him that.
Who the hell is that? You almost got me cursing on air. Who the bleep calls them Xanos?
I mean, I'm just telling you.
No, but whatever.
So Daniel Jones slinging them hash browns,
Slanging them
very impressively.
Mm-hmm.
Also impressive, Kyler Murray.
That was somebody I was impressed by, Kyler.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was interesting to me was the offense that, Cliff Kingsbury's kind of rolling that little air raid style, little short passing kind of deal. We'll have to we'll see how it works over the course of, a season, a little more time to kind of get a feel for it, but it was intriguing.
One of the things that I noticed that nobody else noticed or has written about or has discussed because I watched this game is the fact that all of Kyler Murray's snaps came out of the shotgun. He was never under center. And I got that straight from the dome. And that means something, folks. What exactly? I don't know. I have to go back to the article I read that in and find out what it means.
I was going to say that. I literally read that this morning. But you're right. You're right. You did notice that. No one else would have noticed that.
No one else would have.
No one else would have noticed that.
No,
so
except for everybody that noticed it and has been writing about it and tweeting about it since that game.
Well, we got to wonder if Kirk Cousins is going to come from the shotgun because of the sweaty butt situation that his center has been dealing with.
Well, here's the deal. Like, how much sweat is it? Because when you snap the ball, like maybe when the center shifts,
you got to have your hands up in the business.
But when the center shifts to block after snapping the ball, like would not some of that moisture wick off the cheeks and then possibly get into your hands or worse, into your face somewhere?
Your face?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I mean, how aggressive do you think this sweat situation
Kirk
is?
Cousins was making it seem like he was flooded with sweat.
Because his hands are, not his body, not his face.
Okay.
The hands, these beautiful hands. Right there. That's what the quarterback has to have. Slick hands are a quarterback's enemy. You need hands that are nice and
just dry them off on the towel, Kurt.
Now, if you keep drying off on a towel, eventually that towel gets wet.
Is this not the NFL? Do they not have multiple towels over there to use?
I don't know. I don't know if we do or
Can
not.
we not get more towels? We got daggone microphones in helmets. We can't get more towels for this man to dry his hands off?
Get one of those Dyson, blades right next to him where you just kind of hold, do a little, get that gigantic loud jet engine that they got in those some bathrooms. You turn that thing on and it's I just want to dry my hands off, guys.
Not so
just
aggressive.
pay for the towels.
Just pay.
And
then here's what else you can do.
Do that for your customers, please.
Yes, agreed.
I don't want to blow germs all over the bathroom. That's what you're doing. You're just blowing germs all over the bathroom.
And then I have to still touch the door handle.
Exactly.
And everybody doesn't wash their hands. So what was the point of me washing my hands?
I mean, what you've done there is beautiful.
Yes.
This is if I had an executive order in the world right now, every bathroom would be pull to enter and push to leave.
Why, Peter?
I mean this is not hard.
No.
You don't want you could pull because your hands are about to get nasty, so who cares what you're pulling?
Yes.
You're pulling to get in. But when I'm leaving, I can't trust all of you nasty folks out there who do not wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. And I've seen you do it. Don't say you don't. I've watched all of you.
You preach.
I've seen you walk in there, quick little trip to. Oh, I'm just gonna go to the urinal.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Oh, I think I didn't touch
Come with it.
Somehow I'm
preaching now.
I'm gonna get out of here without washing my hands. What are you in a hurry?
Come on.
I don't want to touch your nasty hand.
On.
So if you guys are gonna be nasty, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me do it.
Wow.
Let me just push on the door with my foot or with some other covered part. I've had to learn now to, as I wash my hands, CJ, and I dry my hand, I take a look to see, is it a pull? I'm like, it's a pull. Hold on to that towel, use the towel to pull, then throw the towel away, use the foot to hold the door, and then walk out.
Come on now.
That's all we got to do.
Come with it.
That's all we got to do.
Come with it. The push to leave is one of my big things.
Just have it
Just
push
to leave.
Why can't we do that? This seems easy.
We've put men and women into space. We can't get doors that push when you leave the bathroom.
Now I love it when we have the little maze to walk into the bathroom and we don't have doors at all. We just get a little maze.
Oh, that's great. That is outstanding.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Either that or just automatic doors for all bathrooms.
Well, see, that's expensive technology. That's fine. But I'm just all you gotta do is just make it.
Or when robots take over the world, we'll just have robots open the door.
If I could trust you people to wash your hands,
you can't trust people.
But I can't.
Oh, it amazes me how many people will walk right out in front of you without washing their hands and just don't care.
No, just gross hands. I don't.
And the next thing to do is go touch a snack or something.
Yeah.
No. Come on.
The first thing they do is touch that handle. You can't be.
No. Be better than that, everybody. Let's go. Let's wash our hands.
Let's take
cold and flu season is coming.
Just wash your hands.
Wash them.
It's not hard. 15 seconds too, by the way. Don't just run some water on it. Soap. 15 seconds.
Is that how long you do?
Yes.
I get a full 45 in.
Yeah, you don't need that's
that's
overkill probably, but it's fine.
That's probably why I have to use so much shea butter.
Yeah, it's probably your hands are probably dry.
Oh yeah, no, they are super dry.
No, I think 15 seconds is probably okay. I like to say the little as I'm washing my hands. I taught my kids say, "Oh, a sailor travels to many lands, any place he pleases, but he always remembers to wash his hands so he don't get no diseases." And then you do that, and then you're done. Dry them off.
Good.
Ready to go. Remember that.
Who needs Techno Friday when we have singing like that?
That's not really singing. Song. That's just more of a little poem. But it's just remember that.
Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends 20.
20? Okay.
20 seconds.
There you go.
But that song was longer than 15.
Throw an extra 5 on there then.
Okay.
That's what that Lunas song was about. I got 5 on it. Was extra 5. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour number 1 continues here. Wash your hands, people. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
With everything happening downtown, it's great to know whatever you're going downtown to do, your choice for dinner is already made. It's 117 Prime. At 117 Union, Prime is the most centrally located fine dining destination in downtown Memphis, and make no mistake about it, whatever you're having at Prime, it is going to be fine dining. The chefs at Prime pride themselves on creating the best food you could hope for, all in the perfect location. No matter where you're going downtown, 117 Prime is an easy walk, but to make things even easier, Wednesday through Saturday, Prime offers valet service starting at 5 p.m.
Hey, Mid-South hunters and fishermen, the Duck, Buck, and Bass Sportsman Expo is coming to the Agri Center in Memphis August 9th through the 11th. Now, Friday is happy hour with beer and brats. Saturday and Sunday see special guest T-Bone from the hit TV show Bone Collector. Also see Frank Addington and his amazing archery show on stage all weekend. Watch Frank hit an aspirin as it's thrown in the air while shooting his bow behind his back. Plus, there's door prizes and giveaways all weekend. Win a $250 shopping spree to Final Flight Outfitters or a trail camera that sends text photos from Sniper Hunting Products. There is also a 3-day hunt of a lifetime from Trophy Club Outfitter of Indiana and a family 4-pack to the Talladega Speedway. And be sure to see the Sherp. It's the most ultimate ATV ever created, and they say that it's never been stuck. It's the Duck, Buck, and Bass Sportsman's Expo, August 9th through the 11th at the Agri Center in Memphis. Go to duckbuckandbassexpo.com for all the info. And remember, hunting and fishing, it's who we are.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition. And yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, iBuyHouses can get you your money quickly. iBuyHouses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. iBuyHouses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. iBuyHouses.
Hi, folks. Rob Walker, Infinity of Memphis, and we've got a new Infinity crossover vehicle that has raised the standard of comparison to a new level. Imagine having both sports car performance and eco-friendly efficiency on demand, working together to empower every driving experience. The result of 20 years of engineering, QX50's award-winning variable compression turbo engine is the world's only engine of its kind. Like two engines in one, it delivers a combination of power and efficiency that is truly in a category all its own, and only Infinity has it. You'll never sacrifice performance for the sake of efficiency again. And the new QX50 offers more horsepower than its Audi, Lexus, and Mercedes competitors. Add to that QX50's award-winning sumptuous interior, and you have the best combination of performance and comfort in the midsize crossover segment.
Infinity of Memphis, and online at infinityofmemphis.com.
There's something out there for you and me, and the American road is calling, and so what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day, traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile, 'cause there's meaning in the mind.
Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Smoke machine. Smoke machine. Who the hell has control of that damn... I'm your DJ.
Oh, wait, what just happened? I thought it dropped. Where's the beat?
Oh, no, it's about to drop.
It's going to drop.
Oh, it's going to drop.
Oh, that wasn't it either.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm ready.
It's coming. Wait a second.
Uh-oh. Here it comes. That beat is coming. I can't hold it.
Wait a second. There's some bass.
I want the beat to drop.
I'm your DJ. Smoke machine.
Come on.
I'm your DJ. Smoke
Woo! If you're not like bouncing around your car right now, I don't know who you are. Come on. Let's go. Woo!
Let's get it.
Oh yeah, get it. Yes. You hear that on those big old speakers? It hits like it shakes you. No, that's strong right there. This is Techno Friday. Woo!
Oh, I like that one.
That's my favorite. And then it slows down again. It kind of slows. Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen you move like that, Peter.
I need to catch my breath.
Man, I can dance. Ooh. Now you've had no reason to see me do it, but I can dance.
It's a very valid point.
There's no. I mean, I don't know when else I would have done it. But yeah, it's just kind of. Whoo!
Got to another break. Good grief!
I know.
I'm out of breath.
See, this is we got to train for the next segment. Got to go.
I got to stretch.
Burning the calories.
It's all right. We got to get Austin got to put us through our paces over here before we can get going. So we're talking a little preseason. We're doing some Daniel Jones. CJ said he's going to have a better career in New York coming out of Duke than RJ Barrett or Zion for that matter.
Yeah, I just don't
play different sports, but that's fine. Kyler Murray, he loved Kyler Murray.
Yes.
What about Dwayne Haskins?
Well, here's my issue with the whole Haskins thing. The bit of the game I saw with him in it, they didn't run crossing patterns. That's his bread and butter right there. Saw him shred a defense. I can't remember which one, but he shredded that defense simply off of crossing patterns. I don't know if they don't got receivers that know to just run across the field, left to right, or what, but let the man throw some crossing patterns. Stop making him throw it down the field.
Yeah, he threw 2 picks, including a pick 6.
Got sacked twice.
I mean, what? Why are you bringing that up?
Because that shows
That's
a lack
not
of
his
awareness.
fault. That's not his fault.
If you're aware, you don't get sacked. If you're a good athlete, you don't get sacked.
He made some good throws, though. He threw for more yardage than any of these other dudes.
How many interceptions?
2.
Okay.
That's just the 2.
Just the 2.
I mean,
Just
he
the
did
2.
technically throw a touchdown pass. It was just to the wrong team.
Just the 2 in, 6, 7 passes?
14.
14, okay. 14 passes.
14 passes.
2 interceptions.
If Daniel Jones had thrown more, he would have thrown 2 picks. He only threw 5 passes. Kyler Murray only threw 7. This dude threw more than those guys combined. And for more yardage.
Not impressed.
He was great, except when he wasn't.
He was great except when he was hurling those hash browns to other players.
That's right.
On the other team.
It was he made a couple of really good throws, honestly. He made a throw on the run that was particularly impressive. Like a nice little bootleg kind of deal, 26, 27 yards, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And then he made a couple throws, trying to squeeze him into the old pocket. Kind of squeeze it into a little hole there. You can't do that. The windows are tight.
I don't know who you think you're playing, Haskins. This ain't Michigan.
That's for damn sure. And so he struggled. He struggled with that, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It wasn't as bad as people thought. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I think Washington is in for a long season.
That you could have said that every year for the last.
That's
15,
why I think
probably.
that. Peter, I don't know if you know this about me. I don't go out on limbs.
And you would have been pretty accurate.
Yes.
Marcus Mariota, 4 of 8, 24 yards for the Titans as they beat the Eagles 27-10. It was more of the other guys, the Logan Woodsides and the Ryan Tannehills, who were impressive. Those two guys combining for 27 of 36 for 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Are they going to beat out Marcus Mariota for the starting quarterback job?
I would say most definitely yes. Most assuredly
I think
so.
that's absolutely 100% certain.
Yeah.
Just like Nate Sudfeld, 10 of 18 for 177 yards and a touchdown for
Nate
Philly.
is still in the league?
Nate is still in the league.
Good gosh. There's a lot of quarterbacks in there.
Sudfeld.
Huh.
Sud.
I saw Trevor Siemian taking snaps for, I think, the Jets. I was like, yo, how's this dude still kicking it?
Yeah, I know. Colin Kaepernick can't get a job.
Oh, I didn't even make that connection in my mind. I was just like, yo, why is Trevor Siemian around?
It just always makes me laugh. Like, it's just okay. God. We got a lot of there's a lot of bad. Well, I mean, at mediocre.
No, bad.
Mediocre.
Bad.
I was gonna say mediocre at best, and then the rest of them are bad.
Yes.
You got like 10 good quarterbacks, 15 good quarterbacks. I don't know. There's some decent, but then it drops off.
And that drop off is steep.
As we talked about, there's really no position in sports that's more valuable than the quarterback. I mean, the difference between a good one and a bad one is,
or even a okay one and a bad one will make you lose your mind and pay them all that money.
There's no doubt. I mean, it's woof.
Trevor Siemian, Nate Sudfeld,
and Lamar Jackson, kind of. I think it's fair to say on Lamar Jackson, it's kind of not that great. Ravens won, but
smells like a Vince Young type of situation.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just we got some work to do. We got some work to do with Lamar. Jaguars didn't look very good, but that's fine. It's the first preseason game. Result the score means
everything.
Very little.
If there's a game you
or
want,
everything, either one.
It means everything.
One of the two.
Everything, Peter.
Let's take a break. Come back. Adam Kramer. We're going to talk college football and maybe a little recap of the Golden Tee World Championships.
Okay, that's what I really want to hear about.
Okay, we're going to hear you both. We're going to do both.
Okay.
With Kramer, because college football season is right around the corner. 2 weeks from tomorrow, Miami and Florida.
Real football starts 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Woo! Let's go. Back after this on Techno Friday. Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Hi, friends. Bill Russell at Russell Brothers Jewelers. When One of the things that we are proudest of at Russell Brothers is the service we offer above and beyond just selling beautiful jewelry. We know that fine jewelry and superbly made timepieces require expert craftsmanship to keep them in the best condition possible. We know that a simple thing like a watch battery becomes a very urgent need when your watch stops running. And that $7 battery becomes just as important as a wonderful gift of jewelry for a loved one. Taking care of our customers' jewelry and watch repair needs is a priority for us at Russell Brothers, and we pride ourselves on the quality of the work we do. For almost 35 years, our valued customers have trusted us to design, to make, to appraise, and to maintain their treasured jewelry and keep it in mint condition. At Russell Brothers, selling fine jewelry is just the very beginning of what we do. Come see us and let us be your full-service jeweler. Russell Brothers Jewelers, 4646 Poplar at Perkins.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
Hi friends, I'm Shane Stanford from Christ Church Memphis. Here at Christ Church, we believe in Memphis and we believe in you. And every Sunday at 11 o'clock, we want to invite you to come hear a biblically based, Christ-centered message that talks about God's love for you and His guidance in your life. And also to hear an interview by amazing people who are doing incredible things for our city and our community. So don't miss us, 11 o'clock, right here on this station, every Sunday morning. I'm Shane Stanford. Remember, you matter.
If you're an outdoorsman and love all things hunting and fishing, be sure to listen to Sports 56 Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. for Outdoors Today. Brought to you by the Gun Store, 6920 Winchester in Memphis. Outdoors Today is a one-hour show hosted by veteran Mark Tobin and a group of respected outdoor-loving guests. Outdoors Today is dedicated to bringing outdoorsmen tips and techniques and tactics to help with your hunting and fishing in all seasons. Saturday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 and 96.1 FM.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC accredited facility and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselimembrace.com.
Chase Limb and Brace.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
What? What's happening right now? What? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay. Where's this?
This is Labyrinth.
Labyrinth?
It's actually a remix by Knife Party.
It's a remix by who?
Knife Party.
We remix
It's called Last. The song is called "Last Time" by Labyrinth, but Knife Party remixed. Knife Party is like a dubstep band.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, get it. What? Yeah. Welcome back on a Techno Friday. We got the strobe light working in the studio.
Not a better way to introduce Adam Kramer, by the way.
Do what?
Not a better way to introduce Kramer with a song like that.
No, Kramer's probably in the. Well, I don't know. He may be on remote somewhere. He may be in Tuscaloosa, his second home, or he might be down in the basement, getting it. But wherever you are, you're hearing that music, Adam Kramer. You got to be getting it, right?
That was like my second cup of coffee today.
It's Techno Friday on the show.
I was like, is it right? Am I here right? Like, where am I? No, I'm good.
We like to surprise you. It's like you surprised us this week. Just like, hey, by the way, I'm intimately involved in all things Golden Tee. You just surprised us. We got to hit you back with an equal surprise. Before we talk a little college football, let me bring in our friend Adam Kramer, who joins us this time every Friday. He is, of course, the senior college football writer for Bleacher Report and also project manager over at Golden Tee, on top of everything else, celebrating the Ocho, the Golden Tee World Championships on Wednesday. And I watched it, Adam, and I don't know how you guys edited that thing, because that was a brutal cut down, but a hell of a good time and unbelievable performances. So I enjoyed, and you did a great job, man. You sounded good.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, when in Bleacher Report, I've been there forever, and we used to do a ton of videos, and then of course that changes every few years.
Right. Yep. Oh yeah.
And then, but I love that stuff. I like talking. Obviously, I talk too much. So you put a microphone in front of me and let me talk about Golden Tee. I'm good. The one thing though that was like frustrating, right? Like seriously, that finals match was epic. I mean, that was like 48 holes of insane, tense madness, and trying to condense that down into like 7 minutes was really hard.
Well, you guys had to convince the whole tournament down before to lead to that point. You had to go through the winners bracket, losers bracket. Was that guy the guy that lost? Was he playing with a Trump head and like a body of like this some woman wearing these tight jeans? Like his character is this giant Trump head with this lady wearing these tight jeans. It's a very bizarre character that he's got.
I mean, between us, just the three of us, there's no one else from here.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was going to be. I thought that might be problematic. Like when after the finals, I'm watching like replays. I'm like, oh boy,
what are we doing here? Like,
I don't know if that's going to fly. But sure, it flew. And but yeah, there's so many like, that is actually one of my favorite things about the game and like the era of Fortnite. These guys have fun with it, man. That was and also too. What's neat, I'll do the like Bama Clemson comparison. Like you have those things in Golden Tee, sadly. Like you have like the guy who won, Mark Stenmark, is essentially Bama or Clemson. Go ahead.
You could tell he was a bad dude. Like he wouldn't you weren't messing with him.
Oh no, and this dude is Iowa. Like this is like if Iowa got to the championship, and I don't mean that as an insult. It was great. It was just like everybody was kind of shocked. Like wow, this is not normal. So it's a lot of fun, man, and it's neat too because I think again most people can relate to Golden Tee in some capacity, and just seeing it played at that level was a blast.
Well, I agree with you guys. You guys need extra time. That's the next. I will agree. Next year that could be an hour easily because that was the fastest 30 minutes. Prior, unfortunately, they led into it with the replay of the Putt Putt World Championship from like 1992. Which I don't know why. I don't know why we did this. These guys are very old. Like it just vintage. It looks vintage. It's the old ESPN graphics. These old dudes wearing. It was. But I don't know why we couldn't find a newer putt to replay. But otherwise, so give you that full hour. Just knock putt out of the block and just give you the full hour.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I like the putt though. Because like the dudes in golf shirts that go down to their wrists, like the sleeves go down to the middle of their forearm.
Very pleated, where pleated khakis are out and about.
You could stuff like a Subway sandwich, like a like a foot long, like in both legs of your pants
easily.
Fine.
Yeah.
Easily. No. So negotiations got to start.
Yeah.
But no, it's fun, man. Like I don't take this stuff too seriously, obviously, and yet you appreciate the people that do. So I'm ready now for the whole football thing to kind of consume us all. But man, oh man, that was a good time.
Well, it's ready, and again, I encourage folks to go check it out. And also, I've learned. I'll give you another plug here because our friend Adam, you can see him on the Golden Tee YouTube channel.
Yep.
You can see Adam on a regular basis doing previews of the new holes and new courses and new features and all that stuff. And he just casually, you can watch Adam play casually and just knock out like 9, 10 under in like 6 holes. Like, hey, he's not even really trying.
Hole-in-ones all over the place.
While he's talking, like, doing the YouTube video, he's like, yeah, he's on pace for like 25 under. Like, not even like. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh god, like, can I get to like 15 if I'm lucky? Like, it's a little intimidating.
What an odd life when I hear it said like that. It's what an odd life I live.
Yeah, it's
like,
true. Yeah,
giant child, extreme, large toddler is what I. But I do love it. It's fun, man. Like, again, I get to mix and match these worlds, and Golden Tee really is the greatest game ever made. So if I can go on there and just play, like, golf, and people will make fun of me for missing stuff, which I'm used to.
Yeah, no problem.
And get my fist pumps, which they did in the World Championship, which was great. Don't know how that got in there. I did not want them in the final.
I love that. Loved it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
It's a great little world.
It's fantastic. You should. It's worth checking out. You got to give me that video though. I need trackball tips.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. It's almost the season is almost here. So
I'm in.
I need it. We need to make it happen. Now, that being said, so your the life that we know most about Adam Kramer, college football wise, we're 2 weeks away basically from getting this thing going, right?
Crazy. I was looking at the calendar last night. I thought for some reason it was 3. And what's a little odd is that, we call it week 0.
Mm-hmm.
It's a throwaway week usually. I don't want to, undermine UMass Hawaii, which is what you're used to.
Right.
But the fact that you have Florida, Miami, which is like a hugely interesting game in like a handful of ways, it's just, I think that's going to feel like an event. 6 o'clock, right? Like it's a 7 o'clock game. Like everything about that screams significant. So but I'm not necessarily emotionally ready for it. And yet that's for two teams kind of trying to find themselves. Two teams that quite honestly, like I look at and I have very little idea what they're going to be. I think I know what both are going to be. Florida should be pretty good. Miami probably should be a little less good, but certainly on the rise. Like that's a moment, and we get it right out of the gate, which is awesome. College football needs more of that.
That week 0 and week 1, there are a lot of those matchups that feature two teams trying to find themselves, or teams with major hopes, high hopes of competing in their division and or winning their conference. What matchups are you looking forward to seeing? What matchups that week 0, week 1 do you think can have major national implications come season's end?
Well, I want to see. Again, it's fresh on mind. It's not a matchup that I'm like is going to be close, but like you can feel, having spent 2 weeks around the Alabama team these last 2 months. Like I really want to see what this version of that team looks like. I was down there last week, and you guys know this. They don't let their assistants speak twice a year, essentially right now. And then if they make the playoff, which they usually do, they have to speak on media day. And Sarkisian spoke. I was really impressed, actually. I thought he was fantastic and honest, and he's got all these toys to play with. I just want to see what that's going to look like with all of these pieces, et cetera. Obviously, the more interesting game is, Auburn and Oregon. Those are 2 more teams that, what is this going to be? What are we going to get here? Auburn, you read about them. I was reading about them this morning, and it's like, oh, my God, the defense is so good. And all the quarterbacks are throwing interceptions in the scrimmages. And you can't take much from this. It's basically preseason football, perhaps even a lot worse in terms of overreactions. But the sense I get that Auburn, this could be one of those Auburn years, if they can find any offense, because the defense is going to be so good. So, yeah, it's overreactions ahoy. And then it sort of bleeds into some really fun games. Just looking at the early calendar, I know on my travel docket, I'll be going to Madison for Michigan, Wisconsin a couple weeks later. That's a game that I think is wildly interesting because both those teams, if things break their way, can make the playoffs. And so these games early on, man, it's staying alive and then figuring out what we have. And ultimately, we don't know. Look at Auburn, Washington last year. It looked like both those teams could be in the playoffs. Both of them turned out to be not good. So that's, we'll do that again. We do it every year. And by the, 5th, 6th, 7th week, we'll kind of know what we got.
So the kind of related but unrelated, a little bit of a different thing for you, Adam. As we have so many of our listeners who like you and most of us like to have a little pop from time to time on the games. You like to pop a little cash, see if we can't figure out a way to be lucrative and enjoy our favorite pastime on top of everything else. So as you prepare for the season and you're trying to get a grasp for all these teams, can you kind of share with us your regimen for getting familiar with teams? Who do you like to read? What do you like to look at? How do you tell? Because we're coming out of the gate. We're coming out hot in 2 weeks. These two teams, they got no preseason. We got no exhibition. We're coming out hot, and by God, you better win that game if you're both those teams. So how do you take the Kramer approach to find out about these teams?
Sure. That's a great question. I do different things throughout the year. So the one thing, you read like a Bill Connolly throughout the year, which has been hugely valuable. As you know, a guy who's analytics-based, who's now writing for ESPN. He does a great job, Bill. Bill has always been, if you are like
good
into football, great dude. And if you are a football nerd, Bill is providing that content all year long. Of course, the gold standard is Phil Steele. I have a hard time reading Phil Steele these days. Not because the content isn't amazing, but because it's like 20 years of information in like size 8 font, and I find it just to be difficult to consume. I was just in my travels reading through Athlon's preview. I found that very good. It's
Phil is tiny writing. It's very, very small. There's no doubt about that.
Wow. It's exhausting. It was giving me a headache. Again, the information is great, and he's got a history of point spreads and stuff in there that's really pretty valuable. I thought Athlon's preview was great as well. Like, Athlon does a nice job of just a blimp view of everybody's team and conferences and people you should watch, et cetera. But truly, I think the biggest thing, because there is so much turnover, for the person who can't like watch or consume football at like an insane rate that we probably do, if you watch a game, you pick teams out that you want to see, through 2.5, 3 quarters, kind of what you have. There are exceptions to that rule, of course, but really for me, the best thing is watching them. Because look at like a Rondell Moore at Purdue. Like, you can hear a little bit about Rondell Moore, and then you watch him play Northwestern on that first Thursday last year, and you say, oh my God, like no preview magazine, no information I was given up till this point, unless you watched this dude in high school every week, provided this kind of intel where he is truly one of the best players in football, and we've played 8 minutes. So I think that's really the biggest thing is, zero in on teams you want to see, and you know pretty quickly what you have.
Where do you stand on the whole Kelly Bryant not getting a ring from Clemson thing?
I think we're bored, first of all. I was a little disconnected yesterday, and I got back to the internet, and it was on fire. It was. Like, people are really mad about this. I thought Pat Forty said it best. If they would have given him a ring, I think it would have been fine. But the idea that he was like they were obligated to give him one is strange. Here's the problem with the whole thing. And I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think anyone thinks it's a big deal except for people who are looking to make a big deal out of something. When Dabo says he wasn't on the team, so he doesn't get a ring, my follow-up would have been, so did Boosters get a ring? Like, who got a ring? Because I know there's some people down the line of the Clemson food chain who got a ring who probably aren't on the team but have a big old pocketbook full of money and have bought you your mini golf course at that thing or whatever. That's how this thing works. I don't really care. I mean, yeah, the dude was instrumental. Like, A&M, like, he was that guy. Like, they won that game because of him. I get that. But I don't necessarily think that means he needs a ring, and I'm not necessarily saying Dabo's in the right here or whoever. I am shocked at the amount of run this is getting. No, like, this seems not that big of a deal.
I don't. I get it. We are bored, but also like, just get the guy a ring. He was part of your season. Like, just give him a ring. Just send him a ring. Like, it's not. I've seen some petty stuff, and it's just petty. Just send him a ring. He played the first 4 games. He was part of it. He was your starting quarterback going into the season. You won a championship. Maybe he doesn't want the ring. Maybe he's not that interested. Maybe he isn't. But whatever. Just give him that opportunity. I mean, this doesn't seem that hard to me. They clearly have plenty of money.
Oh, yes. Money ain't the problem, man.
Yeah.
Like, there have been statues outside that facility. This is the odd part of Dabo. Dabo is your neighbor most of the time, like the everyman. I enjoy him a great deal. I think he's very personal. Look at his recruiting. People are saying, oh, it's going to hurt recruiting. They have, like, the best player at every position coming to their school.
It's incredible.
Well, it's fine. But there are parts of Dabo, this I'll say is one of them, where it's just an odd place to dig in. And when it comes to compensating players, he's had some very odd, off-putting stances about, if we're going to compensate players, I'll go do something else. There's just this weird window of, I don't know what it is, that corner sort of goes away from all that neighborly, goofy smiles and everything else that makes Dabo great. So I will agree with that. It seems like an odd place to just say, we're not going to do it. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's not a huge deal. It is kind of petty. It is kind of weird. Just give him a ring. And I would like to know, I would really like to know who is like the least involved person who got a ring. That's what I would really like to know, is like, who is the most like, oh man, that guy got a ring? Because it's on there. You know how this goes.
Oh yeah.
Boosters, friends of the program. There's people right now walking around in suits and tie with a ring showing their buddies who did absolutely nothing but probably write a check. And some of them didn't even probably do that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The pettiness of rings is a story. There's a story there because I know of a few that one in particular I'm not going to share publicly, but there's one that's extraordinarily petty.
I want that one.
Yeah, it's
I'll tell you story. Maybe
I'll tell you. Yeah, we'll talk about it over some golden tea. I'll tell you the story. Yeah, there are those stories at every program. I promise you. Where somebody got a ring and somebody didn't, and the reason why they didn't was, could be anything. That's part of the magic of the magic, so to speak, to the extent that exists of college football. Adam Kramer is joining us. So now, Adam, we've already seen, like you mentioned, Kelly Bryant and the ring stuff, but also he had a little bit of a injury scare, I guess it's fair to say, earlier this week, and we're all you're kind of waiting. Oregon, already is dealing with that, and that's the part about this time of year that sucks. Tennessee, big loss on the defensive line, for a line that already has absolutely zero experience. Do you know how many, as of right now, as of the guys that are eligible to play, Adam? Do you know how many tackles for loss are returning for the entire, I believe it's 13-man Tennessee defensive line room, with Emmett Gooden out for the year now?
I have no idea.
3.
I can't. That's not good.
3 tackles for loss amongst the group. 2 more are coming if my man from Michigan is allowed to be eligible, which I don't know why he wouldn't be, but at this point he's technically not cleared yet. So I don't know if that means hammer that under 6.5 wins for Tennessee, but I know that's not good.
No, and in general, to your point, like this is, I use the Kelly Bryant stuff, and the fact that we're talking about Kelly Bryant's ring is sort of a good thing. We've been hit with like really sad, controversies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back the past 10 years since we've been doing this. When you look at some of the things we've talked about, like this time of year, the urban stuff, Penn State. I mean, again, it gets very, very sad. Like there are things here that, oh my God, thank God we're talking about a ring. Controversy when you think of it, but moral, this is a time of year where you've got like the police blotter and injuries, and you don't really want to hear anything about your team for 2, 3 weeks. Like that is your ideal world, other than, hey, that freshman wide receiver, it looks good, and okay, you nod your head and then you move on, because if you hear something about your team, it's a knee, or it's something that's going to impact you negatively. You see it in the NFL, you see it at all levels. And most teams, and I'll tell you who's been hit really, like Alabama these last few years, has been hit hard with this. Now, Alabama has the luxury of just like, hey, 5-star or 4.5-star, get in there. Most teams just don't have that. So, yes, for the sake of everybody's team and just sanity, you want everyone to be upright. You want to hear nothing about your team until they actually play, they try out a quarterback, and things go. Because this is this whole, cross your fingers and hope nobody takes a wrong step, because it's unfortunately very common.
And you want that. You want the only stories you want are the ones about, oh man, this guy looks really good. Oh, this guy could be awesome. I love this
and you don't
kid.
know if they're real or not.
Oh, no,
you know nothing about it.
Most of them are not going to be very good at all, actually. But
yes, you watched preseason last night. Okay, I'm a Jets fan, as you guys know.
Oh,
I'm watching Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones just carving it. He's just a surgeon. Right? We've ripped on this guy for months. Gettleman, we've just absolutely run over multiple times and made fun of him. Daniel Jones comes out 6 for 6. Good balls too, right? Great throws. I'm watching this dude and I'm like, okay, this is a little different than what I saw at Duke. It means nothing, but for a moment it is exciting. And I have to say, watching preseason and the stupidity of it, and seeing small school dudes we followed and other backup dudes, all that, I enjoy that a great much, even if we know that this time of year the football information we get means very little.
Very little, but this is what it is, and you can see now why college, the preseason for college has its own level of exhibitions, those little bye games and whatever else. Those are semi exhibitions, but they don't. Then you have those early season games like the one we're going to see in 2 weeks, where it's you're hitting the ground running, and you better start well, because that could define your entire season. A loss there, a loss in that early game, and this is teams are they're not quite as many in the first weekend as there used to be. There's some second weekend stuff that you're starting to see, but that first game, it's such a risk reward situation for your team. And I mean, we've seen those teams, Duke this year, for example, Wisconsin, the team that goes and faces Alabama in that first one, you're off to a bad start right out of the gate. It's a tough thing for scheduling, Adam, to figure out, how do you kind of balance the need for that revenue with that big time game, with the fact that you don't want to start your season by taking a big fat L.
And also, and Saban has talked about this, if I'm in if I'm in a position as a coach, or I'm making these games, you best believe I'm scheduling FCS. In NCAA, FCS West. I want to beat a team by 60 points with very little pressure out of the gate, and I will pay that team $1 million to come in and get beat badly. If I'm the coach, that's what I'm doing, because that first game, it is awkward, and you see teams that are not ready. And it's also, look at Florida State a few years ago playing Alabama. They lost their quarterback, they lost their season, they lost their coach, they lost everything in a half. So, yes, and selfishly, I don't want those games at all. I want the better games. Look at Alabama's schedule for next year. USC, Alabama, Georgia a few weeks later. That's incredible. That's what we want. And yet, if you're a coach, you kind of understand what they're doing. A lot of these guys, how significant is bowl eligibility for, say, a guy like Chad Morris? How significant would that be, where you buy yourself some security, you get a few more practices? For most of the country who's not in this top 25, the teams we care about, that's a big moment, and getting a schedule conducive to that is important. So it's an odd thing, especially when you don't have much of a preseason and you're probably trotting out kids who have never played in a game before. Certainly a lot of them will. So no question, there's a balance there that we have no part of as we sit on the couch and judge the slate of games that we'd like to see a little bit better appearance from.
Next week, we get to really start breaking this stuff down in a big-time way. I'm very excited about that. As always, thank you, my friend, for carving us into the very busy schedule that you've got going these days. So appreciate your time, my friend, and we'll chat again next week.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you, bud. That's Adam Kramer. The best. Guy's just awesome. Versatile. Man of many talents.
Yes.
Get a little bit of this, a little bit from here, a little check from here, a little check from there. Think about it. I mean, he's parlayed the things he loves to do, college football and playing Golden Tee, into being paid to do both those things, to cover and to. I mean, that's you're talking about a smooth guy. You're talking about a smooth operator right there.
He's living a lot of people's best lives.
Yeah. Learn from him. Learn and grow.
Yes.
We got to take a break. We'll come back and continue here on The Experience. Peter and CJ with your real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Base is loaded here at the top of the ninth. And the pitch. And it's out of here.
We deliver baseball caps, mitts, and everything you need to get ready for the game. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Game day spirit. What we deliver by delivering.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roofing. If you're in need of a roof, there's no better place to start than Five Ash Roofing. No matter what your situation is, we have you covered. We can walk you through the insurance process without committing fraud like many of my competitors. You'd be surprised how many times salesmen and contractors will manufacture storm damage just so they can get a sale. We do residential, multifamily, and commercial work. We're certified in every form of roofing we offer. Our labor warranties are for the life of the shingle, and we don't charge extra for that. And to my knowledge, there's no other roofing company in Memphis offering that level of security. And if that's not enough, we offer a best price guarantee. We are the official roofer of the University of Memphis Athletic Department and a proud member of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Campbell Clinic now offers daytime walk-in care, and you don't need an appointment. If you've got any kind of urgent break, sprain, strain, you can walk into any of their 5 convenient locations Monday through Friday from 8 until 4. There's no long wait you have to put up with the ER, and those doctors are really good, but they're not orthopedists. They're not world-renowned orthopedists who have come up with different procedures and written the manuals for them that are used everywhere in the world, and I'm not kidding you. And you can now see those doctors who treat the Tigers, the Grizzlies, the Redbirds. You can see them today without an appointment. And I'm talking Collierville, Germantown, South Haven, downtown at the Med Center, or even the Campbell Clinic Spine Center in Cordova. Now, if you've got something pressing, you got to go to work and you can bear the pain until the evening, there's Campbell Clinic After Hours. That's Monday through Thursday from 5 to 8 in Germantown, South Haven, even Saturday morning in Germantown. If you're injured, don't wait. Visit Campbell Clinic Walk-In Care or Campbell Clinic After Hours.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
When CJ's getting down with a snowball, it's cool. I like the effect. I hope everyone's enjoying on video. If you're not watching on video, you're really missing out. But I can't get over it. It makes his chair squeak like crazy. Because he's just getting down. So there is that. But, yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. What? Get it. Who is this?
This is Pendulum.
Okay.
It's a song called Witchcraft.
I don't like. See, I don't generally like my techno to have lyrics, but you know that's all right. That's okay.
They're good. That's the best song they've got, in my opinion.
I just remembered another one. I might have to throw out.
Oh.
It's not quite Smoke Machine.
Okay.
But it's close.
Okay.
Texter says Kelly Bryant had the opportunity to remain part of the team. He quit. I would also say that the team is the entire program. It takes boosters to make it work. I don't think this is petty. Bryant had his chance. Is the team boosters?
Shouldn't be. Now, this is amateur athletics. But yes, the team boosters do help you build the facilities and get those recruits in there and probably help you sign a couple of recruits. So, yeah. The money behind it is the general manager. Well, not the general manager. Is the owner a part of the team? Yes. The money behind the team is a part of the team. Kelly Bryant playing 4 games, one of them on the road at Texas A&M, helping you win that game. Another part of the reason, winning those 4 games, part of the reason you were able to go undefeated that season last year. He's also a part of the team.
Well, that's the thing, is that it shouldn't, to me, matter if he was part of winning those games and he chose to quit based on what was going to happen. He's still part of those games.
Yeah.
So you don't have to invite him to the ceremony or whatever, but he deserves to get, because he was a part of it. He wasn't, I like but I like what they do in, for the Premier League. If you're going to get a winner's medal, like if your team wins the Premier League title and you're going to get a winner's medal, you have to have played in at least, there's a certain percentage of games. So if you didn't play, you don't get the medal. Like they're like, look, just because you were on the team and you might have, but no, you got to play. So, if you want to institute something like that, like you have to play a third of the games or a fourth of the games or a half or whatever. Okay. All right. That's cool. But if somebody got injured, if Kelly Bryant had gotten hurt, like on the first play of the season last year, he'd get a ring.
Getting a ring.
Yeah. Even if he had transferred.
Yeah.
But it's just that there's the context that's why it's petty, because it's the context of why that's the pettiness of it.
And there's money there thanks to the boosters to give people rings. Like that's no skin off the back. This is Dabo being mad at the kid for leaving, being mad at the kid for doing something that Dabo didn't want him to do, because Dabo needs to all these college football coaches need complete and total control over these young people's lives. And so when they flex a little bit, they being the student athletes, flex a little bit of power and control over their circumstances and over their situation, it makes the coach feel like he doesn't have enough power, enough control, and it makes them mad.
Well, Dabo has
that
a
is
history
what this is.
of that being a trigger for him.
Yes.
Yeah, Dabo doesn't like that stuff.
No.
I would also say, in terms of the money aspect of it, boosters and all that, you need money.
Yes.
Certainly. But I would say that if, for example, you play, many of these teams play in facilities that are subsidized or in some way, created with taxpayer money or via tax incentives. But that doesn't mean that, the general public gets a ring because of that. I mean, they had a financial involvement. When me and my wife pay for my son and daughter to play sports and they win a championship, I don't get a medal. That's part of the gig. Like you're supporting. That's a supporting thing. You're supporting them, and you can feel the pride and the joy in that support without demanding to be treated exactly the same as the players who actually went out there and did it. To me, that's if you want to give me a replica or something, that's fine. Or you want to give me like a little plaque, but to me that shouldn't be the thing. I mean, it shouldn't be a status symbol. It should be, I want these kids to do well. I want these players to do well. I'm a fan of whatever. And so that's why I'm not doing it for that. You could say they're part of the team, I guess, but not really. I mean, you're part of creating a culture that can build a team, but you're not in that locker room. You're not part of that. You're not out there practicing every single day. You're not out there developing that. That's what being a part of a team is. You're just supporting that.
But the way this system is set up, they are a part. And you need them to feel like they are a part of the team so you can continue to get their money and get their donations.
Just milk those people? Sure.
Yes, that is exactly what this is. This is not a good, healthy relationship dynamic. That is not what this is. This is very much hey, I have an inflated sense of self-worth, and my self-esteem is tied into how well my football team or my team's athletic department is doing. So here's millions of dollars to build this up. I want access, unlimited access to the things I want access to, and I want you to treat me like I'm big man on campus still. I want to relive some of these glory days from my childhood. That is what I want. Make me feel that way. And programs are saying, sure, we can do that. Mm-hmm. No problem.
As long as you
keep cutting those checks. But you brought up something, and this is a very important point and something I had never thought about. Parents should get medals. Parents should get medals at the end of the season. Like, when baby CJ Jr. comes running through here, best believe 5-year-old T-ball champs, your boy's going to make sure he gets himself a medal. Because I did that. I did that.
I mean, again, technically,
I put money into this system.
Well, technically, anything my children do is actually from me because they wouldn't be born without me.
Yes.
So ipso facto, I should get a cut of whatever they do.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
Like except unless baby CJ Jr. does something stupid.
Well,
that is on him.
Yeah.
That is on him.
If they end up doing bad stuff,
he probably got that.
Nothing.
What time is it? She's not in her car. He probably got that from his mama's side of the family.
I try to stop you. Don't.
No,
she's listening,
not,
and
she's not.
Now she's mad.
She's not.
I tried. Why? Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
She might be listening.
Yeah.
Actually.
Why do you keep doing this?
She doesn't go until 10.
Yeah.
She might be on her way.
I'm trying to help you here.
We got to come up with like some sort of signal when I'm about to like go out there and do damage to
myself. The signal is she's not listening. When as soon as you say that, you should realize that means she is listening, and you we do have these podcasts. So there you go.
I hope
so she can listen whenever she wants.
She can. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
You just never learned, do you, CJ?
No. Part of it is because I'll be on Twitter in my safe space when she comes in. So I don't really pay attention to her frustrations. I do Adam Gase this thing a bit much.
In what sense?
I don't pay her any attention. I just look at her, you good? And then I go about my business.
Well,
you all right?
Adam Gase are you...
Actually had a pretty rough day at work today. You want to talk about it? Yes. Call one of your friends. Do you need that number?
You do understand the largest difference, besides the fact that he's an NFL football coach, between you and Adam Gase, correct?
There's several differences I can think of.
I can think of at least $4 million a year.
Is that how?
I mean, that does help to grease that wheel of non-communication. And if you're going to be a non-communicative, terrible husband, it does help that you can at least be able to deposit some money in the old bank account. How's that coming?
My bank account?
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a little bit lighter because I'm going to buy a bicycle today. Hell yeah.
Is your wife riding the bike yet or not?
No. What bike? Oh, the one that I bought her.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you about the Bike Chronicles, man.
I don't have time for this. We don't have time for
just
the Chronicles. Give me the
skinny.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Everybody got to pay taxes to the streets. If you in the streets like that, you got to pay those street taxes. The streets got me 3 bicycles last year.
3?
3.
Do you have a bike lock?
Yes.
Did you use it?
No. Clearly, I didn't use it, Peter.
I mean, some people can, they got bolt cutters. They got I don't know.
No. But it's okay. I don't mind paying my taxes to the streets. I pay them on time, pay them faithfully.
If you want to donate bikes, just do it for Toys for Tots. We got that coming up in December.
Yeah.
Feel free to donate the bikes there.
But them not the streets.
They are the streets.
No.
I mean, they're not the street tax, but they're definitely the streets.
Yeah. They're the streets, but they're not the tax on the streets.
You don't have to pay the street tax.
You do have to pay the street tax. Everybody has to pay a street tax if you're in the streets.
Not to that degree. You don't have to pay. You got like you're missing exemptions. You need an accountant, a street tax accountant, to get you out of some of these street taxes. You don't have to pay all the street taxes. You might have to pay a little bit. You don't have to pay a lot. 3 bikes is too much.
3 bikes is a lot.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Good Lord.
It's a lot.
I hope people out there listening, if you got CJ's bike, give it back to him. Come on.
Please. Pretty please.
One of CJ's many bikes.
Just one of them. I don't even need the other 2.
Bikes?
Just give me one. Say what?
Turtle bike?
No. I wish.
My son's got turtle bike.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Son is so cool.
I know.
He's living my best life.
I know. He is. He's trying. He's trying right there.
Oh, I want a turtle bike now.
Unbelievable. Let's keep working. Let's keep working out there during the break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna have more strobe. We're gonna have more techno. We're gonna have more. Got an interesting twist in a case that we talked about earlier this week. We'll give you That on the other side. Yeah, it's teased. You're not getting it now. Just deal with it.
Whatever.
Jeez Louise. Do radio.
Doing this teasing me.
Take a break. We'll come back after this. You'll find out more. Just stick around, CJ, and everybody else listening to The Experience, live and local. Message us on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
Thinking about building a home? Perhaps a renovation you want done right. Whatever your plans, contact Ken Garland Custom Home Builders. Ken understands it's a big decision. That's why he works closely with his clients, ensuring they get exactly what they want and expect. Quality construction, on time, and on budget. For 2 generations, Ken Garland Home Builders has been building and renovating fine custom homes all across the Mid-South. Nothing is finished until everything is right. Call 901-751-1632. Online at kengarland.com.
Hi, folks. Rob Walker, Infinity of Memphis, and we've got a new Infinity crossover vehicle that has raised the standard of comparison to a new level. Imagine having both sports car performance and eco-friendly efficiency on demand, working together to empower every driving experience. The result of 20 years of engineering, QX50's award-winning variable compression turbo engine is the world's only engine of its kind. Like 2 engines in one, it delivers a combination of power and efficiency that is truly in a category all its own, and only Infinity has it. You'll never sacrifice performance for the sake of efficiency again. And QX50 MSRP starts at only $36,550, which is less than its Acura, Audi, and Mercedes competitors. Add to that QX50's award-winning sumptuous interior, and you have the best combination of performance and comfort in the mid-size crossover segment.
MSRP excludes destination charge, tax, title, license, and options. Infinity of Memphis or online at infinityofmemphis.com.
At Sunrise on Jefferson, there are meals for every appetite, and sometimes you really have an appetite. That's when the plates come in. If you really want to fuel up, have the kitchen sink. 2 eggs prepared any way you like. Sausage, bacon, hash browns, biscuit, and Hannah Farm grits. Now that's a meal. Sunrise also has the best omelet. Look at the menu, it says it right there. The best omelet, and it's true. Spinach, artichoke, tomato, goat cheese, and salsa verde. If you're ready to fill up on breakfast, you're ready for Sunrise.
There's something out there for you and me. And the American road is calling. So what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day. Traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile. 'Cause there's meaning in the mile.
Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
What I want is that marathon. That marathon.
You can get it to that marathon ad, man. What?
Absolutely. Look at you, man.
I've never been to a rave. I need to get to one.
You do?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you do.
If I can just do this the whole time?
Yeah, actually, you'd probably be fine. You'd probably
be straight.
Just don't be right in the front.
What's that? What happens in the front of the rave?
That's where the good dancers are.
Austin, when did you ever go to a rave?
I cannot confirm or deny.
At what point in your life did you ever go to a rave?
Yeah, how the hell do you know where the good dancers are?
I'm calling your bluff on this one. Please elaborate. Tell me.
I have not been to a rave. I'm totally messing with you.
Tell me everything about.
I have been to like a mosh pit of sorts for concerts, but not a rave.
I need to get in a mosh pit. That's another thing I need to get in.
A mosh pit at a rock concert is not quite the same as a rave, but
rave.
you know.
No, aren't we just walking around in a circle fighting folks in a mosh pit?
I do have a good friend of mine who has been to many a dubstep rave, and he's shown me the videos. It is quite something.
It's not violent at a rave. Like the mosh pit gets a little violent.
Yeah,
Yeah, depending on who's playing.
And it's all love.
Like, I wouldn't recommend a mosh pit at a Slipknot concert or something.
It's all love at the rave.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. I mean, I just be careful.
I thought I saw when I went to Memphis inmate to the music festival. I thought I saw a mosh pit forming during the Charlie Wilson concert. I was like, yo, let's go get this. Let's do it. And I was wrong. It was just old people dancing, getting it.
Often confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, mosh pits, a lot of old people don't tend to do that, but I mean, I can't. I'm not going to stereotype everybody. There's probably some 80, 90-year-old getting after it.
Okay.
Broken hips and all. Okay, so remember the story we had earlier in the week about Georgia Southern quarterback Shai Wertz. The story about how he was arrested and charged with possession of cocaine.
That was my man on the car after bird pooped on it.
Yes, the car on the hood of his car. There was a substance that they said tested positive for cocaine, but he said it was just bird poop, and he was trying to wash it off. And the substance also tested positive for washer fluid and cleaning supplies and all that stuff. Well, it turns out, funny story, that the tests that they conducted apparently were inaccurate, and they conducted other tests, and there was no controlled substance present in the sample. So there was no controlled substance at all, which means that there's no charges pressed against him. He was charged with speeding, which of course he will be able to. He's gonna have to deal with the speeding part, but the possession of cocaine or whatever, not part of the gig. Field tests taken by 2 different officers tested positive for cocaine with 2 different kits in 2 different spots of the hood. But then the other tests, I guess, that they kind of grabbed something and put them in bags and gave other tests to it. Those were negative. So we have we don't really understand what the I don't know what the field test. We got
to get better kits.
Apparently, we either got
to get better field tests.
Apparently, we got some officers up to some shenanigans, or we've got some field kits that are inaccurate, or something's here because the better tests were came back negative. So you don't really understand. And I don't really, and I'll just I don't get. The story's still strange to me. Like I get, look, you're speeding. Yeah, you get pulled over for speeding. Absolutely, like no problem. What I don't get though is why you would then test bird poop or like test something on the hood of the car for cocaine. There was no evidence, like within the car or by his demeanor, apparently that he was high or somehow like under the influence of something like that. That was not part of the gig. That's not in the report. There's no evidence on the inside of the car. There's no like powdery substance or anything like that. So I don't know why we made the leap to think that bird poop is cocaine, but that's what they did. And so anyway, he's off the hook. The important thing for him is that he's off the hook, and he's cool. So we got to figure out why this happened, but he is not the cocaine charge, which is the big one. You could forget about that. So very strange story.
Odd story. And like you said, when I've been pulled over many a time, never had anybody test the substances on my car. I wonder what it was that sparked that sort of thought in these officers' minds, or in the officer's mind, that led to him testing it and then getting somebody else to test also.
Yeah, that's the part I don't really I don't.
And what type of kits are we using?
Apparently inaccurate kits.
Got to get better kits, man.
Apparently it's the stuff that you buy you bought at the store, like the dollar store, probably the Dollar Tree.
Yo, wait. Whoa. Do we sell those? Do we sell?
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I don't think so.
I think they sell like at home like urine sample things.
They do, but not at Dollar Tree.
No, they don't?
Not at Dollar Tree?
Oh, no, not at Dollar Tree. I'm getting my dollar stores confused.
Yeah. Not at Dollar Tree or Family, any of the dollar. You gotta they're a little more expensive than that. They're not like super crazy expensive, but they're not that. I mean, if you want like something legit. What are we trying to find out here? Are we trying to find drugs? Are we trying to find pregnancy? What are we trying to find here?
I think drugs. Marijuana specifically.
Yeah, you can get plenty of at-home kits for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking you can get some at Family Dollar. Yeah, according to Yahoo, you can.
You can get them at Family Dollar?
Yeah, I'm going to go try and find some.
How much are they, though? They're not $1. Family Dollar's not a dollar store.
No. Well, how's it not? Okay, now I'm confused. What is a dollar store? Is it where
Dollar
everything
Tree
costs $1?
Everything's just $1. Anything you go, there's no, you don't have
Those
to look at
prices
the
are going
price.
up, by the way.
I know, the tariffs.
Yeah.
But theoretically, everything you take off the shelf, whatever it is, you got 7 items, it costs $7. You got 10 items, it costs $10. You whatever.
General Dollar, Family
Dollar, Dollar General.
Dollar
Those are not. Dollar Tree is different.
Okay.
Dollar General and Family Dollar are discount stores, but they're not dollar
stores. Okay.
Everything's $1. Those are. I can see the confusion here, but
yes.
No, those are
because they got dollar in the name.
That's right. They got dollar in the name, but everything costs. Yeah, some stuff is $1, but some stuff's not. And then you got the $5 store, Five Below. Everything's $5 or less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's difficult out here. Point being, I wouldn't buy my test kits there. I want something reliable. There's certain things. I'm cheap, very cheap, extremely thrifty. But there are certain things. I mean, I have no problem buying store brand, you name it, up and down the list, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll buy store brand version of almost anything, but not pregnancy tests or urine sample tests or drug tests or no. I'm not. We're not cutting corners there. We're not
getting the good stuff.
We're not going to do that.
Okay.
We're going to make sure we get
pregnancy tests are expensive. Also,
they are. Yeah, because you don't want to you don't want to. You don't want to mess that up. That's a big deal. We don't need any false positives on that. We need to make sure we're good to go. So yeah, I'm not buying El Cheapo. Not doing it.
Okay.
Or I'm not buying Big K soda.
Big K soda's delicious.
It's not.
No, it's not.
I mean,
it's good.
It's adequate. It's perfectly adequate, but
Big
it's not.
K
It doesn't.
good.
It tastes different. It's not as good.
That strawberry Big K hits.
It doesn't hit as hard as Faygo.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
But sometimes you got Big K money.
I'm not. I mean, if you got to do it, you got to do it. I'm saying I'm choosing not to.
Okay.
I'll go without.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on those products, I'd rather have nothing than have.
Sometimes you got to go to like somebody's house.
Yeah.
And for like a cookout or something like that, and you really don't know them, you really don't kick it with them like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going because there's food there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, can you bring drinks? Like, yeah, sure. Not getting you the good stuff, though. You're not getting the Faygo, the Knee-High, the Pepsi, the Coke. You're not even getting the RC. Sometimes you got to kick it with this Big K. Does the trick.
You don't know these people, or you just don't like these people?
I just don't like them like that. Like, they cool.
Okay.
But, like,
because if you show up, if I invite you to my house,
you probably getting Big K.
Yeah.
Like full disclosure.
Like, you're cool, but you ain't Faygo cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, again, if you show up to my house and I've invited you and we've agreed that you're going to bring drinks and you bring Big K, I will slam the door in your face and you will not come into my house. There's nothing. I mean, that's very simple. They're easy. Nothing difficult about that. I'm not serving you. I'm not serving you Big K food. No.
You're not?
No.
What is Big K food? You just said you buy store brand everything.
Yeah, but
nothing that you named wasn't store brand.
But I'm cooking it though. Okay. Like I'm not. That would be the equivalent of like I'm just going to give you like a frozen Big K pizza or whatever, and that would be.
We could do that. We could have Big K day.
Yeah.
Just get the Kroger pizza.
But I'm not doing that. If I bring you around, I might have like, some of the ingredients might be in but then I'm gonna transform them.
Oh.
That's what I do. Elevate them. Elevate humble ingredients into something, that's magisterial. That's what I want. That's right.
What?
Magisterial.
Give it to me.
Look it up, CJ. Look it up. Look it up, CJ. Look it up.
Having or showing great authority.
That's right. I want that thing to. I want to slap that food down. I want you to understand.
Slap it down like it's the big joker.
Okay.
It also means domineering and dictatorial.
No, we don't need to use it in that context. I want it to sit on the table, and I want you guys to understand what you're looking at. That's why we put the turkey up on a platform. That's why we venerate this thing. We say, oh, look at this. Look at this. Would you just look at this? Look at what we made. I take a store brand frozen turkey and we take it to the next level. That's what you're supposed to do. And if I do that for you, and you show up to my house with Big K or Mellow Moon or Sam's Choice.
Mellow Moon is so good, though.
If you show up with that, so help me, you're done. Dr. Thunder. You come in with Dr. Thunder
That is
in my
disgusting.
house.
Okay, there's a huge difference between Dr. Thunder and Dr. Pepper. It's massive.
You're damn right there's a huge difference, and that's terrible. You show up with that, I'm slamming the door in your face. Get out of here with this. You show up at my cookout.
Take that for data.
Yeah. You show up at my cookout. I'm having you over. You better bring name brand soda and beer.
I can't bring you the Cola O?
Don't bring me. Listen, I mean, Natty Light's fine for certain occasions. You come over to my house, at the very least, just give me like Bud Light or Coors Light, Miller Lite. Don't give me Southpaw. Don't give me Natty Light. Don't give me Hams. Don't do that.
No Big Fizz Cola?
Good Lord. Take a break. We'll come back.
How about Bubble Up?
The Family Leisure Studios. Like if I'm here, if I go to the Family Leisure Studios, or if I go to Family Leisure at 2120 Whitten Road, and I got some beautiful patio furniture. I got great stuff happening outside. I got grills. I got all the. If I do all this stuff for you and you come over with that, I mean, no, you ain't coming to my backyard.
So no hee-haw?
I like the show hee-haw.
You like to drink hee-haw?
There's a drink hee-haw?
There's a soda called hee-haw. It's a
Who
Mountain
makes
Dew.
it?
It's a Mountain Dew type of soda. I don't know.
I would just be confused if you brought that over. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour number 3 on the way. Stick around.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
Somewhere recently I read this statement. Most of the 500 wealthiest Americans got their money the old-fashioned way. They inherited it. That may be the case with money, but it is not true with the most important things in life. It's not true of character. Of course, we're influenced in character by our parents, but our own character is our own doing, our own choices, the way we choose to live. We may inherit money, but we do not inherit faith. Someone put it in a catchy line. God has no grandchildren. Faith must be firsthand, personal, appropriated by each person. Too many of us are seeking to live on borrowed faith. The 500 wealthiest Americans may have gotten their wealth the old-fashioned way, by inheriting it, but we don't get character and faith that way. They're not inherited, they're personally claimed and cultivated. I'm Shane Stanford with Christ Church Memphis. Remember, you matter.
Visit ChristchurchMemphis.org.
Family Leisure is celebrating the end of summer with the appropriately titled End of Summer Liquidation Sale. You can get pools for as low as $19.99, patio furniture starting at $12.99, and swim spas, they begin at $99.99. Don't forget to ask about fast installation because there's still enough summer left to enjoy these deals during the End of Summer Liquidation Sale happening now at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1, and 87.7 FM, as well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app, and at home, tell Alexa or Google to play Sports 56. If it's happening in the world of sports, we've got it covered. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Hour number 3 is here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live and local in the Family Leisure Studios. I'm Peter. He's CJ. This is The Experience. It's Techno Friday.
Yeah.
We got the strobe light working. Big thanks to our production team for helping to put that together.
Thanks, team.
The production team is comprised of Brian and CJ. So thank you to the production team.
Yeah. I'm putting that on my resume.
Make sure I understand that. I want that the fact that I thanked CJ is only in the context of a team, not individually.
No, it counts.
It was also not at the end of the show, so.
Yeah, that's true.
It counts. This is close enough. Last hour. It counts.
It does not count. Nope.
Counting it as
it's like preseason. Doesn't count. Not important. We were CJ was just going through a series of generic sodas that he's going to try to bring over to my house, and I'm going to not allow him to do that. We talked college football. We talked preseason football. The professional ranks started in earnest last night. Kinda, sorta, little bit. Got some more games tonight. Viking fans, you get to see the Vikings and the Saints. Steelers, Bucks. Woo!
Yeah,
baby.
Things to see.
Cowboys in action this weekend.
Got to watch some of that stuff.
I
It'll
guess.
be plays made.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Does is anything? Can you glean anything? We are now. This is what we always do. This is inevitable. Happens every year.
Mm-hmm.
We tell ourselves prior to preseason, preseason doesn't. Who cares? Doesn't even matter. Ridiculous. It's just preseason. Then preseason happens, and we say, normally I wouldn't say this about preseason, but this guy looks a little, this guy looks kind of special, and then what happens? It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen so many examples of like debuts in preseason that were really good or really bad or really whatever. And you know what? We don't learn.
No.
We don't learn.
No.
Not to take any of this seriously.
No. I will say this. Last year, the Patriots were 3-1 in the preseason. But so were the Bengals.
I'm not even talking about the record. I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the performance. The game,
that's a part of it, though, Peter.
Redskins have been like 4-0 in preseason, like all the time. Like that happens a lot, and it means zero.
Mm-hmm.
But then inevitably people are like, well, they went 4-0 and it was pretty cool. And this maybe, I know we're not supposed to put anything in this, but maybe there's something. It happens because we have a lot of, we got a lot of controversies to create. We got a lot of
We gotta get that narrative going early, Peter.
Man. So, Daniel Jones goes 5 of 5 and plays great. And all of a sudden now he was the right pick and it was amazing and it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was all that stuff.
Peter 5 of 5 for 68, something like that, yards. That's good. And a touchdown. That's Dudley. Stretch that out over a whole game. My man is throwing touchdowns every quarter and will not throw an incompletion.
I mean, he's on pace to never miss a pass.
Yeah.
In his entire career.
That was just in one series. How many series do you get in the game? 7, 8?
Could be.
Man is going to throw for over 400 yards every single game with 8 passing touchdowns.
I mean, this is what happens every time. Like you can go up and down the list of guys that have that this stuff has happened. Go to previous quarterbacks. Whatever bust quarterback you want to throw out there. Probably they've had strong outings at some point in the preseason or some other thing. It just doesn't matter, and we convince ourselves. We're logical until we see the football.
Mm-hmm.
We're logical until we actually see people out there playing, slanging them hash browns, and then we get a little goofy. And everybody gets a little goofy. Everybody gets a little stupid and starts to misconstrue information that should be put in proper context. And we just kind of, Kyler Murray looks good, so we're going to anoint him. Hey, whether or not he ends up being good has nothing to do with what happened last night, other than this is merely a glorified scrimmage and a chance to say, oh, you had a good practice. Like basically that's the equivalent of you had a good practice.
Mm-hmm.
We had okay, that's cool. Like those are good things. You want to have more good practices than bad if you can, but that does not mean that Kyler Murray, because he was 6 of 7 and he looked good, or Daniel Jones was 5 of 5, or Dwayne Haskins wasn't very good. Like that doesn't really mean a whole lot in the scheme of. I do think Dwayne Haskins needs to beat out Case Keenum for the starting job. I'm going to be very angry.
Why do you say it with such disdain? Case Keenum.
I think it should be self-evident why I say it with such disdain. I don't think I even need to explain that. Do I need to explain that?
Oh, Peter, you got it, man. You got it.
Case Keenum.
Hater over here.
Colt McCoy. Look at these.
Colt didn't even get a chance to play.
Case Keenum is Big K quarterback, basically. He's fine, I guess.
That's how we should tear these things off.
Yeah.
That's how we should tear them.
He's a Big K quarterback. He's like, it's fine. You show up with a Case Keenum. It's like, all right, that'll do the job, I guess. That'll. But no one's excited about it. No one's pumped. No one wants you to bring a Case Keenum to the party. No one's excited about seeing that. It's adequate. It's fine. If you really get down to it, it's not that great, but sometimes it'll work.
So you're calling Case the Dr. Perky of quarterbacks?
No, I'm saying he's just a regular Big K soda. He's not even that.
He's not even the flavored one.
Dr. Perky, because he's not even that interesting. Those guys would be interesting. Paxton Lynch might be the Dr. Perky. He's kind of interesting, kind of weird, got a little more height to him. He kind of looks funny. There's something, and hasn't been very good. But that's what Case Keenum is, just desperately uninteresting. And
is he dyed Big K?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Sure. If you show up to my party with a Case Keenum, so you got to be able to beat out a Case Keenum. I mean, I want interesting at the very least, and these guys are not. There's nothing, but there's a lot of those types of quarterbacks. There's a lot of Big K quarterbacks out there in the league. There's a lot of just kind of generic, sort of just average. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. Do the job. We'll get you a workman-like 3-point victory or maybe a loss. We're not going to be necessarily a real super big game changer out there. We talked about that the other day. How many? This is why quarterbacks, the market is huge. It's why they get paid the big money. Impact quarterbacks are enormous, and there just aren't all that many of them. When you get down to the end of it, Eli, is he impact guy anymore? No. Probably for the other team, more likely. Even my guy, even Kirk Cousins, he's all right. Like, he's fine. He's good. He's solid. Kirk Cousins is better than Big K. He's probably an RC Cola kind of thing. Like, he's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, RC Cola is a pretty good cola.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you can really count on him.
Nobody
have a moon pie for his RC Cola.
Nobody's excited to see the RC Cola though. It's not. You don't hear.
Although,
go to the school and give me the RC Cola.
I kind of like RC Cola. I think actually, you know what? I rescind that because Kirk Cousins is not good enough to be RC Cola.
You're putting him on a pretty high pedestal. I mean, RC's pretty good.
RC's pretty good. Yeah, never mind. That's no. Matt Ryan is like RC Cola. He's really good. You hate Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is another one of the.
Why do you hate Matt Ryan?
Oh, I know exactly.
Do you know why you hate Matt Ryan?
Yes, I know why I don't like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is overhyped. How do you have Julio Jones and that's the best you can do? That's what you got. Julio Jones, this phenomenal athlete, this stud star wide receiver, and that is what you give me. You should be in the playoffs every single year. Your offense should lead the league in something, in everything, because Julio Jones is out there taking the tops.
Something?
I doubt it.
I mean,
taking the tops off of defenses, and you Matt Ryan can't do something more than that.
Yeah, but Julio Jones is great, but he's one guy. Like if they double team, triple team him, then what else?
Somebody else should be open. If you're double teaming, triple teaming Julio, which teams should be, because Julio is a stud. If that's what you got to do to take Julio out of the game, that means somebody else is open. All you have to do as a quarterback is find the guy that's open, hurl that tater at him. It's not that complicated.
Julio Jones led the league in reception and receiving yards last year.
Julio. That's because Julio is a bad man.
Well, somebody
had to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
I could throw Julio the ball. I said it.
No, you could not.
Not that complicated.
You absolutely could not.
He had more.
None of us could throw Julio the ball like Matt Ryan could throw the ball.
He averaged, well over 100 yards per game, almost 1,700 receiving yards. Again, I don't really. He was targeted more than any other player in the league.
As well, he should have been.
What more do you want from Matt Ryan? I'm failing to understand.
How did the team do?
But Matt Ryan was sacked a ton of times. Is that Julio or Matt's fault?
Matt's. Got to have better pocket presence. Got to be more aware in the pocket. Get rid of the football.
Maybe get a better offensive line.
Well, do that also.
Yeah.
You could probably it would be easier to get a better offensive line if certain players weren't making all of the money.
Is Aaron Rodgers because he
Matt
got
Ryan
sacked a ton of times?
102 and 72 in his career.
Yeah, is Aaron Rodgers a bad quarterback because he got sacked a whole bunch?
Yes.
Okay, that's no.
No.
Now you're arguing in bad faith.
65% completion percentage, 295 touchdowns.
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
What did they do last year? But do you have that up?
They were 7-9.
7-9.
What did?
Great number.
What did he? What?
That was their first losing season since 2014.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Matt Ryan has Julio Jones and a 25-point lead in the second half and blows a Super Bowl.
Matt Ryan didn't blow the Super Bowl.
Was he out there? Was he the quarterback?
The defense blew the Super Bowl.
Was he the quarterback? They decided not to run the football. They decided to put the ball in Matt
Ryan doesn't make those
decisions.
decisions. The offensive coordinator makes those decisions. Head coach makes those decisions.
Once that decision was made, they made that decision thinking that Matt Ryan was going to be able to keep the drives going and keep moving the football
It's the Patriots.
With completions. So Matt Ryan let that team
if
down.
You're going to be mad at anybody in that game, be mad at the defense that gave up those 25 points.
I'm mad at everybody in that game. But Matt Ryan, as the guy they put their faith in that game and their trusting in that game and in other moments, has let them down.
What was the worst?
Matt Ryan's the guy that got him those 28 points in the first place.
What was the worst? What's the worst thing you did?
Probably taking a stop sign.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you like me to judge your worth by that moment and ignore other moments that were better? Or do you want me just to use that as the thing to just, no matter what you do, to say, oh, yeah, the guy that stole the stop sign.
I'm not using that moment.
You are.
I'm using a group of them. I'm not using one moment. Austin brought that moment up.
No, you're the one who brought up the moment about the Super Bowl and what happened.
Did I bring up the Super Bowl?
You brought up the Super Bowl. Yes. That's my point. Is, you are arguing the player's worst moment is the moment that should be used to define his entire career. People do that a lot. Which I understand it's a very high profile moment and it wasn't very good. And I think he would have certainly liked to have done a lot better. I do know that he also, is consistently among the top 3 to 5 quarterbacks in virtually whatever metric you want to throw out there. The advanced metrics, the regular metrics, the whatever else. He hits Julio Jones with regularity. Again, you don't have the most productive guy in the last, however many seasons without doing something right. So, I'm not having that.
It's last year, CJ, their league defensive rating in yards per game was 28th in the league. That's not Matt Ryan.
That is Matt Ryan. Got to control the ball better. Can't put that defense out there. Got to maintain possession a little bit longer, Matty Ice.
I mean, just go back to whatever numbers you want to throw out there, whatever season, whatever situation, whoever it is. He's finding Julio Jones. They are being very successful at football. That's what they're doing. Last 3 seasons, Julio Jones second in receiving yards, first in receiving yards. I don't know what else do you want him to do?
They were 30th in the league in points allowed per game. Matt Ryan he's not on the defensive side. He's sitting there watching his defense give up all the points.
Well, you can't sit there. Get out there and play. Get out there and play defense, Matt. He's making all that money. He should be able to play both sides of the ball. Good grief, Matt Ryan. R.C. Cola. Get out of here.
There's bad takes, and then there's this take.
I'm gonna go back the last 6 years. Julio Jones, third. Last 5 years. Third, first, second, first in receiving yards.
Because Julio's a bad man.
Yeah. Again, somebody got to throw him the ball. You think if your boy Baker Mayfield was throwing him the ball, would it be accurate? If
Eli Manning was out there.
Eli Manning would 3,000 interceptions.
And I'm an Eli Manning fan. You think Eli Manning would have those kind of numbers?
But you think Case Keenum's going to come on?
Case would be a quarterback out there.
Kirk Cousins.
And Case is not terrible. Like I said, I'm not saying Case Keenum's terrible. He's perfectly fine. He's a decent, maybe even on some days good quarterback. But he's not Matt Ryan. Lay off, my man. That's what I'm telling you. Lay off. I'm not even the world's biggest Matt Ryan fan. But
you sound like it.
I'm not either. I'm not a
fan
Falcons
of logic.
Fan,
I'm a fan of logic.
Oh, I don't know why you're a fan of that.
I'm a
it's
logician.
Football season. It's time to be illogical.
I mean, they were 4th in the league in points scored last year, offensively.
Matt Ryan threw 35 touchdowns and 7 interceptions last year.
That's too many interceptions. Take better care of the ball, Matty Ice.
That's like a
Pat Mahomes threw 12
70 plus,
interceptions, almost twice as many.
How many touchdowns did Pat Mahomes throw? Like 60? 50? Yeah. That's okay. That touchdown to interception ratio is okay. I don't want a quarterback.
34 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. I
don't like Ben either. I don't want a quarterback with a touchdown to interception ratio of 7-1, Peter. That's too low.
It was 5-1.
Was it 5-1? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want that either. If I don't want 7-1, I don't want 5-1 either.
Well, you're not going to find any other quarterback in the league who, let's see, good on those.
Baker Mayfield threw 27 touchdowns and 14 interceptions.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
I thought we established
Drew Brees.
Baker.
Drew Brees was in that neighborhood as well. So you're not going to. I mean, apart from the ultra elites, Russell Wilson had the same ratio. Come on, man.
Matt Ryan was one of the few quarterbacks in the league who had single-digit interceptions.
Still not good enough.
Blake Bortles.
What?
Jameis Winston. Out here eating them W's. Is that what you'd rather see? Texter points out, please stop while you're ahead, CJ.
Oh, no, I'm all the way in this.
You are.
He was never ahead.
Stop
I was never.
Only a little behind.
Tom Brady threw 11 interceptions last year and only 29 touchdowns.
Why are we screaming these quarterbacks' names out? Like, I just rock with any of these dudes.
You love these guys. These are all your favorite guys.
Oh, these are all my favorite guys. Okay.
Who do you like in the NFL is the question,
like
CJ.
Anybody.
I don't like anybody, man.
No, CJ,
I'm just a hater.
Yeah, CJ just hates everybody.
Yes.
And everything.
Yes.
So there's really no point in even getting into it.
I appreciate you guys trying to make sense out of this. I admire it. But don't.
Listen, it's not for you.
Oh, okay.
It's for our listeners.
Okay, good.
Yeah, not for you. You're a lost cause. But I cannot let your lost cause affect everybody else. I cannot let your lost causeness attempt to have people arguing in bad faith. So listen, here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You, my friend, are a lost cause.
Oh.
Okay. So there's no redeeming you. But we have a much better cause that we're going to talk about here in just a second.
Oh.
Because this is a nice special event that's going on right now. And a matter of fact, to tell us a little bit about the Ed Murphy Classic is Ed Murphy to join us here tomorrow night. Should be a lot of fun, and a lot of folks really plying their way. This level of track that people are going to be able to see. Tell folks about it and how elite this thing really is.
Hey, how you doing, Peter?
Good. How you doing?
Wonderful. Hey, listen, appreciate the opportunity to talk about the Ed Murphy Mile that started 3 years ago. And it's really kind of morphed into this beautiful thing that hopefully the city of Memphis can wrap its arms around and embrace because, I guess we got to start with Mike Cody and Paul Sachs and Phil Taylor, all our buddies of Dad, and nobody had ever broken the 4-minute mile in Memphis. So 3 years ago, they decided to honor my dad, who died 5 years ago this October, to bring some guys in to break the 4-minute mile. They ran a 3:59. Next day, I was at the airport in Memphis getting ready to go to Pittsburgh on business, and I saw one of the guys that ran. He goes, "Mr. Murphy." And I said, "No, it's Eddie." And he goes, "We really enjoyed the race here, man. We really want to do it next year." And I said, "Well, you know what? We hadn't thought about it. Let's do it again." So the next year, we had a beautiful race. They broke the state record, and now we're doing the Ed Murphy Classic. And, if things go right, we may have a world-class track meet right here in Memphis.
It could well be. I myself have broken the 4-minute mile a couple times in a car, not on the track. Folks, the level of talent that folks can see. Where will it be? How do they get tickets? How do they find out more? And what are they going to see tomorrow?
Well, it's going to be at CBHS tomorrow night, 7:30. There's some community races starting at 4:30. And the beautiful thing about it is it's free. We'll have some donations to the door with a hat if you want to.
That's nice.
Pass that around a little bit here. But the city of Memphis has embraced this, and the sponsorship there is amazing. Got a lot of people that have taken care of us, and we hope to grow this organically with a bunch of local Memphis companies.
Well, it's a really big deal, and again, over at CBHS, a really beautiful facility, and I like the fact that it's going to be in the evening because it cools down a little bit. Running in the middle of the day is probably a little more taxing on the system. So I like for folks to have the opportunity. And again, where can they go on the internet to find out more and see what's going on?
Ed Murphy Memphis Mile. Everybody spells Murphy M-U-R-P-H-Y, but it's actually M-U-R-P-H-E-Y.
Ed Murphy. Yeah, but sorry, add that extra
exactly.
E in there.
Exactly.
The extra E stands for extremely fast. Go in there and you can do
and
that.
The cool thing about this, Peter, is that so my dad gave out he's given out since 1965 the most outstanding track athlete award at UT.
Mm-hmm.
So we're blending in the Ed Murphy Award winners coming in to speak to our inner city youth. This year we're bringing in a guy named Reggie Jones who won he was a high point guy in 1974 NCAA championship team for UT and actually tied the world record in the 100-yard dash back in the day. And he's going to speak tomorrow to some youth at 4:30 to 5. And so if we got any youth out there that want to hear a great story, and as my sister said, with our community, let's keep our kids on the right track, which is a great little motto for this. And so every year we're going to try to bring in some past award winners to lift the profile of this thing. And what's really cool is we've got Christian Coleman and Justin Gatlin were the first two guys to beat Usain Bolt. And so they're both past award winners of Ed Murphy. So maybe we can get them in here one day.
I hope so. Ed, congratulations. It's a great event, and I hope folks go out there 7:30 tomorrow night, get there early for community races and speaking and all that stuff around 4:30 over at Christian Brothers, and it's free. So enjoy yourself. Ed, thanks so much.
Hey, I appreciate all the opportunity.
Appreciate it. That's Ed Murphy joining us to talk about what is a really good event and what it could be world class, as he said. There's been a history of that. I won't disgrace it by trying to run. I'll watch, but I won't try to. That would not be good for anybody. Let's take that time out here in the Family Leisure Studios. Come back. Lots more to get to as we continue on the program. Text in 67129. Call 360-8255. Here on The Experience, Peter and CJ with your real Sports Talk Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time. Weekdays from 3 till 6 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I wish we could stay here forever. We deliver olives, Greek sandals, and everything you need to relive that perfect trip to the Mediterranean. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Memories. What we deliver by delivering.
Jim Gaffigan, Secrets and Pies Tour.
Have you been to one of the weddings where the groom removes the garter belt from the bride and flings it to a crowd of perverts? Who came up with that one? Hey, you know how the bride throws the bouquet? How about something for the fellas? Maybe the bride's underwear?
Jim Gaffigan, Saturday, August 17th, FedEx Forum. Reserve seats on sale now at the FedEx Forum box office or online at Ticketmaster.com.
It's happened again. Miramichi, that heaven in Woodstock, 15 miles north of downtown Memphis. Miramichi has been made the #1 public golf course in the state of Tennessee. 15 minutes from downtown, all this natural beauty, this very tough test of golf is there for you, and it's #1 again. They've improved again, too. They've made changes. They always do. They want you to have the best golfing experience you could possibly have. And they keep on making these adjustments. They've knocked down some trees. They made it easier. They have better conditions with grass. The greens, outstanding. And once again, they are #1. I also should tell you they've got new golf carts, and they've got these cool little things where you hook up your phone, it'll charge, and at the same time, you've got GPS on your phone. All kinds of innovation and a world-class golfing experience at Miramichi in Woodstock.
Welcome to Sherwin-Williams.
So I can get 35% off paint?
Yes.
And 35% off stains?
You bet.
Party time!
Yeah!
Oh, party time, the color. I'd like 3 gallons in party time, please.
You got it. Ask Sherwin-Williams August 2nd through 12th and save 35% on paints and stains with sale prices starting at $25.02. Only at your local Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
Are you tired of all the clouds and bad weather? Rain brings pollutants that can wreak havoc on your car's finish, but there is someone who can help. Car Wash USA Express has introduced their most advanced car wash yet with the exclusive Polymer Pro Wash, creating a stronger, more consistent protective sealant for your car's finish. Polymer Pro can only be found at Car Wash USA Express, where attendants are always on duty to keep you and your vehicle safe. For more information and locations, visit carwashusaexpress.com. Car Wash USA Express, because a dirty car is a dirty shame.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah! Come on now. Get it. Oh, see, just layers. Just layers.
Peter, your dancing is a combination of Pigpen from Charlie Brown and Steve Ballmer.
That's right. It's been thus described before. I can't really I can't get. I got the headphone thing at the earbud. I can't get it like to the degree I would like to get it because it just doesn't. I don't have as much. I don't have very much slack.
No slack.
I don't have any slack. You got a little more
it's
slack.
It's hard to get it in a chair, also.
Yeah, and I don't want to jump. But rest assured, I get it to that song.
I mean,
that's "Crack Attack" by Witch Doctor.
That's good.
In case you're curious.
So if I pull up beside you at a stoplight, am I going to hear that like booming from the speakers of your car?
You might. You might. I mean, I'm not afraid to just absolutely sing, go crazy, all that stuff. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'll sing in the car. This is how it works.
If you can't sing in your car, where can you sing?
Exactly.
I mean, you can't sing in the shower. I mean,
if you can't sing in the shower.
Shower in your car. Like, those two places are sanctuaries for singing.
And I sing loudly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think beautifully.
Oh, and road trips are much more fun when you're just belting out whatever song is playing.
One of the songs we listen to as a family, mother, sister, and myself on road trips, at some point
is Crack Attack?
Complicated.
Oh.
Avril Lavigne, Complicated.
Oh.
Complicated.
Why you have to go and make things so complicated?
Before He Cheats. And what's the Earl? Earl from Dixie Chicks. We love us some Earl.
Earl?
He had to die.
Complicated and Before He Cheats. Sounds like you've had some rough family history there.
I don't know. Maybe.
We listened to Avant Separated as a family.
Just got the kids in the background singing Separated.
Now that we're separated,
I want to see your 4 and your 7-year-old singing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Since we were together. Yeah, that's right.
I heard somebody blasting. It was that. I heard somebody blasting Avant on my way. After the show, I go to Wally World.
Right.
And in the parking lot, somebody was blasting that.
That song?
Yes.
It's a good song.
Yesterday.
That's a great song.
It's a great song.
I'll sing it.
We need a breakup song day.
I'll sing
Because there's some great breakup songs. That is one of them.
I'll sing
Before He Cheats is a great breakup song.
That one is.
I love
It's
some Carrie too. Carrie is amazing.
We gotta. I mean, again, we have a real.
It's a little violent.
We got a real problem with just a solid, decent relationship kind of thing.
But that's not something we don't want to listen to your solid, decent relationship.
That's good. You want we broke up and it was reasonable and we were both fine with each other. No one really cheated, but we just didn't really want to spend
never been a
time
Taylor Swift
together.
song written
I
like
mean,
that.
that's the kind of song we need.
No, I don't.
A good example. Just a good example song. We were reasonable and we have joint custody and everything works out just fine with the kids.
It sounds like a country song that's backwards or rearranged.
Yeah,
like, I
that's what we
kept
need.
the truck and the house.
Yeah, I kept the truck. She got the house, but that was reasonable because of where she lives and the job situation. I bought a new place and everything's cool. That's.
Oh, give me some.
Much happier now, 2 years later, after all this. Yeah, that's
no.
We need some positive. Everything is so obsessive. Why are we? We're all obsessive. We're all codependent out here.
Take that Louisville Slugger to both headlights.
Yeah,
give me that.
Scratch up the
slash hole in all 4 of them tires. Although
I mean, they got cheated. So I mean that's
a reasonable response.
I mean,
one,
I understand.
2, if she was really about that life, she'd only slash a hole in 3 of the tires because insurance will not cover 4 tires being slashed.
What?
But will not cover 3 tires being slashed. You can get them for 4.
Oh,
but 3 it won't cover.
Really? I didn't know that.
That may be something I'm making up, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure the insurance won't cover 3 tires being slashed.
What? All right. Somebody from insurance, can somebody confirm this? If somebody who's an insurance salesperson, CJ claims that if you slash 3 tires, it's not covered by insurance, but 4 is. It doesn't seem.
I'm pretty sure.
Where are you getting this information?
The streets is where I'm getting it from.
Hey, yo, I
Do they cover
slashed 3 of his tires and his
all,
insurance won't pay for it.
Does insurance cover tires anyway?
I mean, it covers the car.
If you were in a vehicle accident, it'll cover that, but...
Insurance, you pop a tire, you're not calling your insurance company. You're just getting a new tire.
you just got to change it.
Yeah. Well, you put a claim in on a tire?
I mean,
what are you talking about?
I don't know if
you pay
there's insurance
Why wouldn't you
companies
make a claim on a
You
tire?
pay the claim on the car, not on the tires.
Is the tire part of the car?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, you put it on the car.
Yeah, it's a part. Yes, it's a part of the car. So why wouldn't you?
I know you can pay extra for some stuff. Like my insurance has like glass built in, so like I can get my windshield replaced by insurance without it being an accident.
Exactly. Traditionally, that may not be part of your coverage.
Traditionally, what might not be? The tire or the windshield?
Windshield. Or your windows. Yeah. Your antenna.
I broke an antenna off a Hyundai one time so I could be Donatello as I was playing games. And
when was this? Last year?
Yes, last year. No, I was like 4.
Uh-huh.
I was 4, left to my own devices, playing Ninja Turtles.
Correct.
This
all checks out.
I thought I could put the antenna back onto the car, and I couldn't. So I had to go up to my mom and be like, hey, is this thing important? Because I just accidentally broke it off the car.
And then your granny whipped you back onto the patio with the antenna.
Granny was across an ocean, so thankfully this was one of those at 4. First off, now we talking about the porch. I was 4 running around a parking lot in an apartment complex. But if I went to Jackson, I couldn't get off of the porch at 12. Come on, man. I done seen the world, Granny. I done been to Germany.
Yeah, I know.
I'm 10. I'm basically a man now. And I still can't get off the porch? Well, get out of here.
That I would object to some of that, but yeah. In general, I think you're right. Let's get some confirmation on that. It's right. Texter says insurance will take care of one tire if you take care of the deductible. There you go. One tire.
One.
Says fine. So 3, sure. Or 4 or 2 or whatever. Okay. So whatever your little plan is. Plus, your deductible's probably like, I mean, I don't know if you want to deal with your deductible for a tire. Maybe for 4. Maybe. Depends on how much your tires are. Probably not for 1. It's probably less than your deductible. Be my guess.
I would guess the same thing. So slash off 4 of them.
Maybe you got one of those low deductibles. Maybe you're a hot shot. Maybe your deductible is like
deductible is low.
$50. I don't know.
Who's got a $50 deductible?
CJ,
you got one of those?
Nobody.
I don't.
Nobody.
CJ, you need to see if your insurance will cover air conditioning. That's what you need to find out.
I should see. Although it's about to start getting cool here in about 3 months. So I'll be okay.
Go out there and bust a hole in your air conditioner compressor or something and say, yeah, somebody did this. Did
We've got to get you a car with air conditioning. This is ridiculous.
We should. I agree. This is a team effort.
What does your wife drive? Does she have a decent vehicle?
Yes, she does have a decent vehicle.
Does it have air?
Yes, it does have air.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
She needs it.
She does.
I don't care about you. She needs it. All right. So we got not, I wouldn't say surprising news necessarily, but bad news, at least for fans of Tiger Woods. He's out, folks. That's it. He's done.
He gone.
We saw that coming, though. When you yesterday, when you brought up the fact he was dead last out there, like 58th or whatever dead last was, it's like, okay, Tiger's not going to make it through the day.
Yeah, he's not. It's not working. It's not working well for Tiger. Tiger basically, I guess in the end, it's probably for the best that he didn't show up in Memphis, because it probably would have been something like this. Now maybe he would have played better. I don't know. But he probably would have just withdrawn. Honestly, the way he's playing right now, the conditions probably would have been better for his back here than there. But he's just not playing well. He's not. I don't know if he's not healthy again, or if he just a mental thing or what. I don't know, but he's not himself, and he's not. It's not happening for old Tiger.
He is himself. This is him now. He's had more. He's had more of these than of Tiger of old performances.
That's true. Okay, he's not what he used to be. Let's put it that way. He may be himself now, but he's not what he used to be. And himself now is not that good of a golfer.
Yes.
Certainly compared to what he used to be, which was the very best that's ever played the game. That little stretch, about a decade, give or take, was unmatched. Even Jack, I think, would struggle to have matched what Tiger did. But it's gone. It's gone, and we can't keep chasing that dragon. You can't keep chasing that thing. It's over.
What do you mean we can't?
We as a society want Tiger so badly.
Yes, because we like nostalgia.
But we're not. It's over. We got to stop that.
But he gave it to you this year.
Yeah, that's all he's got. That's it.
If he gives you one of those a year, we're here for it.
No. I mean, we're going to be here for whatever. But I'm saying you got to stop expecting it. Yes. Treat it as the whatever crazy, an amazing thing. It was an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that may be it. I mean, that may be it for his whole deal. Like he may not be able to do that again ever. Like that might be his last hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either. But we're still going to tune into golf because of that decade run that Tiger went on. He is one of the most captivating athletes in our lifetime, and we are still going to tune in to see what Tiger does, even though what Tiger's going to do is probably a lot of this, a lot of poor performances on Thursdays, pulling out on Fridays.
Do you think he's is he happier?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
There's so much focus and praise that we heap on athletes for winning championships and for being great.
Mm-hmm.
That if you take a step back, you would think, hey, greatness makes you happy. It doesn't all the time. It doesn't. Their happiness is this thing that I'm not sure if we can actually quantify what it is that makes you.
You definitely can.
Truly happy. And we see this with what's my man's name? Griffin. While back last week. That
Peter
wasn't too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Peter. He's the one. Isn't he the GM now of the Pelicans?
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we saw him talk about it. He was wildly successful in Cleveland, Peter was. And was miserable. His
name is David. Peter Griffin's from Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay. Don't say Peter. Peter. I thought his name was Peter.
No, Peter Griffin is the guy on Family Guy.
Is that his name?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just messing with you.
Stewie and them daddy.
But I didn't realize you were going to go.
So Peter Griffin, the GM now of the Pelicans, with head coach when he was in Cleveland with head coach Stewie Griffin and Meg, like he wasn't happy
Brian.
with
What,
Brian was out there on the court balling out. He wasn't happy.
Ugh.
He wasn't. Success sometimes, man. Success at what you do, success at your job is not always going to make you happy. And I think now Tiger has a different perspective on the world and is now happy regardless of what happens on the golf course.
I mean, I hope so. I think that's a difficult thing for all of us to figure out what makes you happy. How do you define success? All that stuff. I think Tiger is it's difficult because he's paying a lot of as unbelievably wealthy as the guy is, as much as he's got going. He's paying the price to some extent for what he did. He pushed himself so hard that his body is not able to handle it anymore. And he's got to deal with people still thinking of him as the serial philanderer that he was.
Are we still thinking of him like that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If you read Armin Katayan's book, it's Tiger did some. It's pretty terrible, honestly. Like, I mean, it was a bad deal. It's a bad deal. Like, we're talking about like the next door neighbor, some girl down the street that used to be like their nanny, and like he'd known since she was like quite young, and when she got older and all that, and then in their house like he's having an affair, like Elon's gone, like it's stuff like that. It's just on top of all the other 100 and some odd, but like and even after all the rehab and all that stuff, he didn't tell Elon about that one, and that was the straw that broke the whole thing. She might have possibly been willing to stick around even after all that, but he didn't tell her about the other one. It's a tough deal.
But are we thinking of him that way? I feel like the narrative on Tiger now is, what can Tiger be? Can Tiger get back to that form? Can Tiger give us a few? Sure, he won't get back to what he was, but can he give us a few moments a year?
I think it's kind of in that it's in the realm to me of like certain people that have had that type of thing, like a Hugh Grant.
Mm-hmm.
You always think of Hugh Grant like in the back of your head, no matter what he does. Like he's gone through and done all kinds of stuff, but you always think, oh, there was that deal with the hooker back in whatever, or Bill Clinton. Like you always think like it doesn't matter what what the guy does. It's always going to be associated with that. Monica Lewinsky's, had to deal with that for her whole life. Like sometimes those things are so defining that it's very difficult to get away from. I think Tiger's in that boat. And from a health standpoint, it doesn't look great. Got some good news for you, though. We'll do that on the other side as we continue here on the Experience, the Family Leisure Studios. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Get happy with Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Weekday afternoons from 1 till 3 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Thinking about building a home? Perhaps a renovation you want done right. Whatever your plans, contact Ken Garland Custom Home Builders. Ken understands it's a big decision. That's why he works closely with his clients, ensuring they get exactly what they want and expect. Quality construction, on time, and on budget. For 2 generations, Ken Garland Home Builders has been building and renovating fine custom homes all across the Mid-South. Nothing is finished until everything is right. Call 901-751-1632. Online at kengarland.com.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
We should come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
We do come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
Right, well, we should keep doing this. These biscuits and gravy are the best I've ever had. I could have them for breakfast every day.
Look at these perfect poached eggs on top of crab cakes. Only a real chef would think of making this.
I'm almost to the point of making the turn. I've had everything on the Sweetgrass brunch menu, and I'm going to start back at the beginning.
It's important to have goals.
Why would we go anywhere else?
We don't go anywhere else. Last night you refilled everyone's water.
Well, I just wanted to make sure they knew we were part of the Sweetgrass family.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
It sounds like somebody fell asleep on the let me move around here.
Here it goes. Here it comes. Get it. Go.
There we go. Okay. Who's it?
This is Virtual Riot.
Virtual Riot?
Virtual Riot.
Right. Is that the name of the band?
That's the name of the group, yes. This song is You Know Me.
What?
You Know Me.
You Know Me. Right.
You can bankhead bounce to this.
Really quick. Yeah, you gotta get a shoulder workout in by doing that. Woo-hoo! Be out of breath.
I am out of breath.
Thank you to our production team for the strobe lights throughout the show today. Really celebrating Techno Friday.
Yeah,
taking it to the different level. That's what we do on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Took a little effort with this soundboard that I have over here to be able to mix all that during the show, but
you're an amazing DJ. DJ Almond Milk in the house. Working it over there.
Dairy Boys in the building.
Skrillex. Skrillex.
Yeah.
All right. So I I'm gonna tell you about our friends at Acura Memphis. They are awesome folks, and one of the kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's because I've talked about it, but it's something that maybe you wouldn't think about right out of the gate. They got top class sound systems in all those 2019 and 2020 Acuras. They are extremely well tuned and like everything else in the car. They spend a lot of time working to make sure that stuff is as good as it can possibly be. Same thing they do with the safety, same thing they do with all the security in the car, all the tech, the handling, everything else. It's all tuned and retuned, thousands upon thousands of hours of work go into this, and that includes the sound system. So if you're rocking out when we're doing Techno Friday, you're driving around in that brand new RLX, TLX, MDX, RDX, that kind of thing. You crank that thing up. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be bumping.
Knock.
It's gonna be bumping. It's got that knock on top of everything else that you're gonna get. It's awesome. Check out the great folks at Acura of Memphis this weekend. It's a good time to do it. Go see them. 385 in Ridgeway. Online AcuraMemphis.com. They are terrific. They are Acura of Memphis. Our friend Crow says the quote of the day is from you. Says that may be something I'm making up, but I'm pretty sure.
Thank you, Crow.
That sounds right.
Thank you, Crow.
You've
That's
said
been
that
me all day, really all week.
your whole life, honestly.
Honestly, my whole life. You're right. I just say things I'm not sure if they're accurate or not, and I don't care. Just saying.
That's excellent journalism.
Yeah.
Well, CJ's not a journalist.
No.
We've already established that.
Have we not? Does that need to be said?
I've certainly established that. I don't know. I've done my best to try to help establish that very fact. So, over at the Northern Trust, as we mentioned, Tiger Woods has withdrawn due to injury and just not playing very well. Also, that's another reason. At the top of the leaderboard, you got Jordan Spieth, who's having a really strong day, along with Troy Merritt, 9 under par each. And then a two-way tie for third, Justin Rose and Dustin Johnson. And tied for fifth is Abraham Ancer.
What is happening right now?
Yeah.
2 shots back of the lead. He's 3 under par on his round today. He is red hot.
Let's go, Abraham.
If Ancer wins this thing, CJ's not coming in Monday. He's going to be too drunk celebrating.
Abraham Ancer. CJ claimed he was peaking at the right time.
Yes, claimed.
What was he, 1 in 13 coming into the
Clearly
this week
he is peaking. That meant he was due, Austin. That meant he was due. I told you guys it was going to happen.
I mean, I was due by that standard.
No.
I've yet to make a cut in the PGA Tour event.
You're no Abraham Ancer. The Clarence Carter.
Oh, it's Ancer now. It's Ancer now?
Yeah, him too.
You don't even respect
that is an
the man's
inherent
name.
And what I say?
Why? You said Ancer.
Oh, Abraham Ancer. I'm sorry. My excitement made me misspeak.
Come on, you love the guy so much. Can't even get his name right.
Unbelievable. The lack of respect for this man is just awful.
You guys are disrespecting Abraham Ancer, the Clarence Carter of golf. Keep stroking
It's like going out there and calling Brooks Brock.
Who?
Brooks Lepka.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Brooks Koepka.
So Ancer is he's got.
Let's go, Abraham.
5 holes left to hang on to this position.
Let's get it.
But he's heading into the weekend potentially as a guy that could be in one of the final groups.
Yeah, he is.
And maybe sneaking in there and getting himself. Are you picking him next week for sure?
Am I picking? Yes. Yes. Why wouldn't I pick him next week for sure? After coming off a 2-day performance like this. Not like he's had 2-day performances like this in the past only to implode on himself.
What if he goes like 15 over in the next 2 days?
I'm still taking him. Because that means he's super due.
Well, he's a University of Oklahoma graduate.
I knew that.
Did you know that?
Yep.
He's pals with Baker.
Is he?
I don't know.
No.
Probably. He's probably pals with
I
Baker.
may be making that up, but I'm pretty sure.
No. He's fantastic. The guy's been amazing.
He has been.
That's not true.
That is true.
His latest. He did finish. He's not doing all that great lately. Tied for 8th at the Travelers back like 3 months ago. Missed some cuts in the majors.
I don't know why we're bringing that up.
Didn't.
What if I judge you off your lowest moments, Peter?
Missed the cut in the Wyndham.
Why are you judging him off his lowest moments, Peter?
I mean, just saying.
All of these low moments.
24 events played. He's got 3 top 10s though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's gonna make the cut this week.
Let's get it, Abraham.
Unless he doesn't, that'd be a hell of a clap. I think he's good. I think he's good. Everybody enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. He parred the 14th hole, by the way, so he remains at 7 under par. Coming up next, middays. Everybody have a great weekend.
And thanks.
Family Leisure is celebrating the end of summer with the appropriately titled End of Summer Liquidation Sale. You can get pools for as low as $19.99, patio furniture starting at $12.99, and swim spas, they begin at $99.99. Don't forget to ask about fast installation because there's still enough summer left to enjoy these deals during the End of Summer Liquidation Sale happening now at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Hey, Mid-South hunters and fishermen, the Duck, Buck, and Bass Sportsman Expo is coming to the Agri Center in Memphis August 9th through the 11th. Now, Friday is happy hour with beer and brats. Saturday and Sunday see special guest T-Bone from the hit TV show Bone Collector. Also see Frank Addington and his amazing archery show on stage all weekend. Watch Frank hit an aspirin as